Gray Cask Select. Age 12 years.
Just playing that beat a little bit as we get started.
Are we on?
We are.
We're here.
What's up, everybody?
We're
How's
there.
everybody doing? You know, like.
We're here.
And of course, we're drinking. Go ahead, go for it.
I was going to say, here's what we're doing tonight. Right here, if you can see the camera. We are doing some single malt. Highland single malt Scotch whiskey. Age 12 years, and man, it is smooth.
Delmore.
Very nice.
Indeed. Yeah, I've had
Not to be confused with
a couple
Bobo.
fingers a couple of times.
A couple fingers worth. All right.
Yeah.
Well, welcome everybody.
How was your week? Let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. How was your week?
I
What are your
miscalled one
questions?
game. Thanks a lot, Brian.
What's that?
I said I miscalled one game. Thanks a lot, Brian.
Your boys lost
my
on
God.
Thursday night.
Have any of us called a perfect week?
No.
No.
Damn it!
But X and 1 has happened multiple times.
That was your
X
only
and-
miss?
Yeah, X
Nice.
and 1's happened multiple times. You did it last year, I did it last year, and that's the first time this year.
One freaking game, dude, and it was so close.
But yeah,
So
this guy's
close.
on fire.
Yeah, I was.
He's running away. He's on like a
Yeah,
I think I
dude.
got a 6-game gap on everybody.
7 on is what I saw.
7? Okay, 7. Yeah.
It's funny because if I remember right, 2 years ago, like I kind of ran away with one. Last year, I think you took it, right?
No, it was Ray.
Oh, it was
Yeah,
Ray.
I-
So Ray's working on 2 in a row,
And I think I
Nice.
won. And I think so. This is our 4th year, and I think I won the
Is
first.
this only our 4th year.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I think yeah.
Or 5. If you said 5, I'd be like, yeah, sounds about right.
We've been playing together for a long time. Ray joined in season 2, and then season 3 we started the podcast.
Okay.
Yes. We're also enjoying some crumb cake made by Brian's daughter.
Yep.
Oh,
She's
wow,
in-
good.
This looks
She's enjoying the baking, and like I say, that should still be warm. Like,
Oh, dude.
yeah, we're running a little late because we were waiting for that to
I'm so
come out of the
glad- I'm so
oven.
glad I didn't wait. It's so good.
So yeah, glad you enjoy it. I will definitely let her know.
So let's start our homeroom minute off with the news that, like, and I still didn't get your reaction yet. So I want to hear it. A trade just went through in our league.
Okay.
So I've been shopping Devontae Adams for a while. I'd been talking, and this was a trade that when it went through. It's really funny because my initial thought was, "Oh yes, that happened. Sweet." Because I'm super excited about it. I'm really happy
Right.
about it. And then I was like, you know what? People might think that I'm really crazy about this.
Like you could have done better.
Not just better, but like a lot better is what some people might think. I'm excited to hear. So here's the
I
trade.
was going to say, remind me.
Full
here.
PPR, 6 point per passing touchdown. I sent off Caleb Williams
Okay.
and Devontae Adams, and I received Jordan Love and Matthew Golden.
All right. So basically, you are getting a slight upgrade at quarterback, and you're getting either an even trade or a downgrade at wide receiver, unless he breaks out. Right?
Yeah, well,
Is that how you see it?
So the way that I see it is that I'm getting a more solid floor
For
my
quarterback?
Like if you look at the numbers, Caleb has had a QB1 performance, but Jordan Love has yet to have a outside of QB20 performance, and Caleb has a couple of those.
Okay.
And so the highs and lows, and when I watch their offense, they like to mix and match running backs. The running game is what's going to score points for them, is what it feels like. They're going to need to be behind. And so, and even in those games, I'm just not wild about their passing game. It's just not in sync. Their running game looks great. Looks like it's really coming together with Monungai getting involved and looking like a baby David Montgomery. That's starting to look good. But the schedule for Jordan Love is insane. over the back half of the season.
He's got an easy schedule coming up.
He's getting Christian Watson back. At
Yes.
some point, they expect to get Jaden Reed back.
Do you have any idea how long that's going to be?
I
Like,
actually,
I have heard varying
as
reports.
I said it, I remember hearing about it like 3 weeks ago. So let me.
Yeah, I remember hearing about it and thinking, man, he should be back by now. Whew. Yeah, I like that, man. That's a good one. Dalmore. I'm going to look for that one in Costco.
Hold
See
on
if I
a
see it.
second.
That drink.
Yeah, the Dalmore. It's good. Very smooth. What are you looking up?
So apparently 6 hours ago, we might have an issue in the league. Actually, sorry, this is happening.
Uh-oh.
This is happening live because as I'm searching Jaden Reed, there was an injury to Matthew Golden 6 hours ago.
Oh, your trade sucks.
Well, I'll just reverse it. Like if that's really the case,
What do you mean?
absolutely, I'll go in there and reverse it.
What do you mean?
Are you kidding? Like that's so underhanded. You should like so.
Whoa, I'm
This was a
confused.
trade offer that I sent out probably yesterday.
Okay.
I can look back at when I sent the trade offer. This would be like
Wait, so you're saying that you sent it out yesterday and he accepted it once he saw that
after
Golden
the
was hurt?
injury.
Right. So
Yeah.
the injury report comes out and then he accepts the trade.
Without like reaching out to the other manager. That's a really shady thing to do.
Okay. So this isn't a trade for you.
It is actually. It does happen to affect me, but that's just a really shady thing to do. And like, if it wasn't me and it was happening to somebody else, I'd absolutely be getting something from that person about them not agreeing to the trade. And
That's really
like, I like to hear what people think about it. Like if anybody, somebody's listening and, or anybody like hears this and wants to chime in. But yeah, that's not something I would do. Like, it's like if,
it's definitely underhanded. It's definitely, I snuck one in.
yeah.
But it's
Like,
one of those
and to be honest
technically
with
not
you, like,
illegal
I
kind
wasn't-
of things.
I wasn't-
technically it's
I
snuck
wasn't
into the
planning
rules.
on starting
That's
Devontae
rough.
Adams this week, and I had someone that I can start, so it's not the end of the world. And actually, it would be great if that person did it, and for that reason. And then Matthew Golden does break out, and Devontae Adams, who's 32.
If it's a minor injury, which it probably is, I mean,
It was. Let me read it.
I mean, either way, I don't know.
It's still
man.
an
That's a
if.
slippery slope.
it
under
really
slippery
is a
slope.
tough one.
Because it's like,
I could. Well, when I say I could go and reverse it, like I'm not just. That's not who I am. I'm not. I don't just go into like these guys have played with me for several years.
Yeah.
I don't just go in and like make crazy alterations that have to be defended afterwards. But I could pose a poll. That's really easy.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and pose a poll and see who agrees with it if I really felt that way. But how about you guys talk about what you think about the trade? Let's just assume that the injury didn't happen, because that's what I was thinking when I made it. I was not aware.
And honestly,
of that
injury didn't happen. It seems very even. You know what I mean? Like, to me, it's very similar to the other trade you had us take a look at yesterday, which I thought was pretty even, which was basically what McCaffrey for Bijan, and with a little something on the side. Sorry, I'm looking it up right now. Where's the? There it is.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Yeah, with Pickens and McConkey on the side.
So I actually, like, one of the reasons that I wanted to get Golden was because those guys are coming back. Because right now, defenses are able to focus on Golden. And with Watson back, and when Jaden Reed comes back, that's going to be a lot harder. And Romeo Doubs obviously is over there, but defenses I don't think are doubling.
I feel like
Romeo
he's
Doubs. I
always
haven't
just
seen
kind of that odd factor, that guy that, he's open, here you go, you know what I mean? But he's never the focus. He's never, you know what I mean?
You're like a safety valve.
Yeah, he's a very good safety valve. That's a good way to put it. So,
But that's also so I like Golden more with those guys coming back, and which some people may like him less. From what I've seen, he seems really, really explosive. He's been efficient with his targets. He's made some incredible catches, and then Jordan Love is going to be the recipient too of having all these weapons come back. So I feel like he's going to throw for more touchdowns over the back half.
And you're telling me that fantasy wise he's been very steady, and it feels like and I don't have any pieces of him, so I'm just going by feeling. It feels like he's been kind of up and down this season.
The floor has been much safer than the floor on Caleb Williams. That's what I said. I didn't say that he's been. Here, I'll.
If I remember right, Caleb Williams out of 7 weeks he had 2 bad ones and 5 good ones.
No, as an owner of Caleb Williams, I can tell you that is not the case.
I own him in one league in which it's a yardage league, and we've talked about that one before. So it's graded a little different. So I get it.
So Jordan Love, I was wrong. He does have one finish outside of the QB 20.
Okay.
And he scored 14 and 6 point per passing touchdown. We don't have any special scoring bonuses or anything like that for like long touchdowns or anything. 14.12 at Cleveland. But 19.9 against Detroit, 24.8 against Washington, 32.2 against Dallas, 17.9 against Cincinnati, and 15.36 against Arizona. Caleb Williams. Yeah, I guess it was only 2 really like bad starts, but they were against Vegas and New Orleans.
Wow, those are the bad starts. That is weird. That's hard to predict right there. That'll get you in fantasy football.
And here's the thing: is it's funny because I knew at some point we were going to be talking about the Saints, and so I wanted to rewatch that game, and it was a dominant performance by the Bears on defense and in the run game. The passing game seemed to do enough to keep them on schedule, but it was not explosive. They just don't seem like they're in sync. And but the running game looks really good. And in a positive matchup, and also Caleb Williams really struggled with the wet ball. The weather wasn't nearly as bad as it was made out to be this last weekend, which makes sense.
Yeah, we thought it was going to be a lot worse.
Because it's October. It's not December.
But there were some serious predictions going on. Yeah.
They were crazy. Anyway.
But those games did seem to have a lower total, though.
The conditions really weren't that bad in the game. And Caleb Williams finished that game with under 5. New Orleans, 5.68 against New Orleans in a win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
at home in a win. And I think a lot of that was like right away, the very first drive of the game, he fumbled the snap twice. And he seemed to really struggle with the wet ball. The weather's not going to get better in Chicago. So I'm worried about.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm worried about his ability. I like Jordan Love's schedule. I trust him more, I guess. And so I've been worried about my team because the quarterback position has been killing me.
Yeah. And you see Pickens on the way down, which I do too, because the CeeDee Lamb coming back. I mean, there is a number 1 and a number 2 in that pecking order, and CeeDee Lamb is number 1. So don't fool yourself. Pickens is by far the number 2, so he is going to take a big downturn. So I get why you're trying to get that value out of Pickens.
He's number 2. So he's number 2 for wide receivers. He's number 3 in terms of target order. Behind
Pickens,
Ferguson.
you're saying? Pickens?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, behind Ferguson.
Okay.
Ferguson has more targets and is going to have more targets over the
he's
back
going to
half
keep
of the year.
those targets, whereas Pickens will not.
Right.
He's going to have some, but he's not going to have as many as he's
You're going to be
have.
happy in games where he gets 7.
I agree. I agree, and that's what you drafted him for, was to get 7 targets a game.
Right, but he's already scored a ton of touchdowns.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
How many
Now it sounds like a disappointment
And-
because he's been so amazing for 4 weeks, but that's what you drafted him for, was
If
to
you
be
held-
a
if you're-
70-yard receiver that
like-
might get a touchdown.
Yeah, if you held on to him because you believe in the Dallas offense, you know that there's going to be enough for Pickens. Don't be discouraged by whatever happens on Sunday, because that Denver defense is really good. You know, so that's
Honestly, that's a good lead into our Homer Minute. Like, what do you think about the Dallas Denver game
Well-
this weekend? Because I just noticed your your gear here.
I was concerned. You know, I never wear this one, and it feels like the Bears are doing really well. The defense was great.
Oh, that's
last week.
Bears. I just saw the orange. I
Oh,
didn't
it's
see who was
Denver.
on the back. I thot it was Denver.
No, it's Urlacher.
Okay.
It's Urlacher. Sorry. Yeah.
I was like, Denver shirt, Dallas cap. I'm not sure what's going on here.
I actually don't think I have a Broncos jersey.
All right.
I don't own a Broncos jersey. But
What about a Jets?
yes, I have a Zach Wilson jersey.
I forgot how much you loved him. Where does he play now?
Miami.
I'm surprised you don't have like a John
And it's so,
Elway
and,
or
it's,
something.
and it's
at
sad
least
because
with
Tua's
Denver.
played so bad, and they still won't play.
No, they're like,
They
no,
still won't
he's
put Zach
still
in.
10 times better than Wilson.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Wilson ended up in Miami. Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's what he said.
behind Tua. Anyway, there were early reports in the week that had me excited that DeMarvion Overshown and Siobhan Revel were going to make their season debuts on defense for the Cowboys this weekend, and they're not. So I'm a little concerned. They're also going to be without Donovan Wilson, who's kind of like him and Curse are really hit or miss safeties. They're big guys that run around and do a lot of stuff, but they get beat on a lot of plays. So anytime like one of their backups is playing, I just expect a more even game, and it doesn't really concern me. Like, I don't expect like an amazing game where he forces a fumble and has a sack and an interception, return for a touchdown or something, like, because they have that upside, Curse and Wilson, but they're just crazy players. And anyway, the Cowboys are still not close to full power on defense. Like, I don't even know what to say about the
Which, honestly, for fantasy, fantastic. That's
right.
beautiful.
And now people are saying that Bo Nix is like their start of the week this week, and he's an up and down guy too. Like,
I totally agree. Like, everyone's like, oh, well, look what he did last week. Well, yeah, look what he did last week for the first 3 quarters. Yeah, he looked like absolute dog crap.
yeah, people were cursing themselves the first
Absolutely. And
Absolutely
then
cursing themselves.
things fell apart and things happened in the 4th quarter. He got lucky. Like, okay, cool. But am I like, woo, Bo Nix? No. No, I'm not.
Sell high.
Now going against the Dallas defense, that is a
Redraft,
dream right.
redraft.
That's a dream right now.
Right,
But-
it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be, but Bo Nix is another guy like Caleb Williams. When you look at his positive matchups, those are some of the most
And
perplexing
Bo Nix
outcomes.
has been worse. He's just been he's been bad this year. He's had a couple of games, and like say this last game would be considered.
And you know
a
what's
good
funny
game,
is, like,
and he
fantasy
sucked
wise
for 3 quarters
and
of it.
fantasy wise, actually, I would say that I would argue he's been better than Caleb Williams.
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
he's got
think
three games. So,
point-wise.
but he's like Jekyll and Hyde. It's 11 points against Tennessee, 27 against Indy, 15.5 against the Chargers, 31 against Cincy, 20 against Philly, 15 against the Jets, 44 against the
So
Giants.
you just have to be able to
and
predict it.
so you don't and what he hasn't done yet is he has not put back-to-back good performances together in fantasy football. He hasn't done that yet. So if you want to bet on that,
Last week was good, so this week
Right.
has got to be bad.
right? As a Cowboys fan, I agree, I like that. I like hearing it. I'm
Well,
not.
and I'll be honest, dude. Like, going into this game, this is one of those games that I'm really like, oh, I don't know where to go
I think
on.
it depends.
And I feel like I love the way Dallas is playing, and I
It's in
hate
Denver.
the way Denver
Remember,
is
it's
playing.
in Denver.
I do.
Okay.
And I'm just like, it seems like the smart pick is Denver here, but everything in my body tells me, you know what? I think I want Dallas. it feels like Dallas is playing better football right now.
Oh,
than
their
Denver
offense is just unstoppable.
Oh,
right now.
their offense is so good,
Unbelievable.
so good.
Yeah.
So spoiler alert. I think I'm going to take Dallas there. It's a little early. We're going in the Homer minute here, but it feels like you're going to take Denver, which is hilarious.
No, I'm not. No, I'm worried about it. I would be like telling you that Denver's got no shot if Overshone in particular was playing this weekend. Yeah, that's kind of where I'd be. I can't wait for that guy to get back. He's such a difference maker.
And you guys need a difference maker on defense. You need something.
We do, and
something.
And
that
the Raiders
can
said that
disrupt
they're not going to
things,
trade Max
so-
Crosby, so
yeah.
we're not getting him.
If only. God, can you trade for Micah? Or
Is Micah available? No, that
so bad.
But honestly, like if you told me that we traded Micah Parsons, and the end result was that so we trade Micah Parsons and a 4th rounder, and we get Max Crosby and Kenny Clark. That's the math on it,
Who's Kenny?
huh?
I don't know who Kenny Clark is.
The defensive tackle.
Okay.
Like he's a really good player. Multiple Pro Bowls. He's 28, 29.
Okay.
Crosby's 28. Crosby is,
He's awesome.
Crosby is one of those guys.
He's one of those guys. That's
That
for sure.
like, if you were like, hey, Raider Nation, we'll trade you Micah for Max Crosby, they'd probably be like, go sit on it. We'll keep Max, So if you told me that we traded a 4th rounder and Micah and got back Max Crosby and Kenny Clark, yes.
Right.
That's a huge win.
Oh, that's right. Kenny Clark's the guy you guys got. That's
We
right.
got him in the
Yeah,
Micah
yeah.
deal.
Yeah,
We got
yeah,
2
yeah.
first rounders and Kenny Clark. That's, and so the proposed trade to get like Crosby is 2 first rounders and a 4th. So instead of giving up a Kenny Clark, you give up a 4th. And
Right.
so it's like, would I trade a 4th rounder for a Kenny Clark? Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yes. Yes, I would. Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
Ka-ching. But I kind of like sprinkled this out there, and like not to take too much more time, but the Trayvon Diggs situation is just kind of sad. It's real sad. Like apparently he suffered a concussion at home,
At home.
and like, and he's been told to stay home.
I'm sorry. I have kids, so I guess I'm just picturing like Rapunzel with a frying pan, just
Yeah,
because it's something similar. Is what it sounds like, but I don't know.
yeah, it sucks.
Not good.
Yeah, it's poor guy. Like his career has gone such a different direction from where it seemed like it was going about 2 years ago.
We're over here talking football, and
The score on
Ray's
this
over here like reading
like,
the
wait a
waiver
minute.
wire, and
I needed it. I was like, wait a minute. While we're here, let me make some adjustments real quick. Yeah.
wait a minute, you're playing me this week.
This
I
is
know.
where Ray does
No
things like pick
adjustments,
up a
man.
Rondé Gadsden for free.
Yeah, he's giving me 2 good weeks.
It's
Team
what's
bad
funny
decisions.
Is I love going home from the podcast and then looking at the transaction log and seeing the things that this guy did while like during the podcast.
Well, Gaston was a good one.
Yeah.
Holy
And
crap.
one of the things is like, like I feel like my week is just always so full.
For sure. Yeah.
Like this is my time to do that kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's like I got time set aside to talk to the guys and do fantasy basically, right? And part of me doing fantasy is the podcast portion of it too,
Right.
So I keep an eye on it to try to throughout the week, but mostly to make sure I have everybody like in a position.
Positions filled.
Yeah.
Legal roster.
I had one.
It's
I think
difficult to do during a week like this one where there's 6 teams on by.
so many
everybody's freaking hurt.
I
I got like half my roster's questionable to start.
That's what it is for me. I almost sent you guys this this clip that I saw. It was me looking at my lineup in week 5, or going to set my lineup in week 5, and it was Chris Farley in Almost Heroes. Did you see that one? No.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
It's got Matthew
Perry.
Matthew Perry. It's got Matthew Perry in it.
Okay.
It's Chris Farley and Matthew Perry.
Interesting pairing.
Dude, you got to watch it. It's so good.
Oh yeah,
The movie ages really well, too.
Okay.
It's got a very like Princess Bride vibe to it.
All right.
So we got a question.
Oh, all right on.
What's up, Mask Fantasy? How you doing today?
What's
PPR 6-1 just traded Pollard for Worthy. Have to choose a flex between Worthy, Tez Johnson, and Raft. Everyone says Tez Johnson, but I feel like it could have just been Raft. But I feel like Worthy Biss being so slept on. Give me it straight.
What's L Raft?
I was waiting for you.
Tucker
to
Craft.
Tucker Craft. It's funny. That's what I was gonna guess. If you had given me one guess and there was a gun and a bullet,
Gun and a bullet.
I'm gonna agree with you on this one. I like Worthy out of those three. Like that's like if I'm looking at those three and which to start my flex, I like Worthy there.
Yeah.
I think Mahomes has been throwing the ball a lot more,
and they
Bryce is gonna be coming in there taking all the attention. If you didn't notice last week, he's taking all the attention.
They got to play with their new toy,
and so now Xavier Worthy is going to be out there stretching the field the way he's supposed to be. Like, I really like Xavier Worthy. I like his upside. That's who I'd be starting.
Has anyone ever had it's unbelievable too because of his how many accolades Patrick Mahomes already has. But has anyone ever had a quieter QB1 fantasy year?
It's because it's so, like, for the last 3 years, he's just kind of been ho-hum, letting the defense win. Like, he just hasn't been a thing for 2 or 3 years, and then all of a sudden this year...
The run game's bad.
He's great.
The run game's bad.
Well,
run,
it's non-existent.
But
he's been the leading running back for
that's the
most
thing
of the
though,
year.
about this guy that's just so annoying is it doesn't matter. However they win, however they need to win, it's very Brady-like.
Oh, dude.
It's like however they need to win is how they're going to win.
I feel like Mahomes is so much better than Brady, but that might be my prejudice talking.
I don't feel that way.
That might be my prejudice talking.
Yeah.
Because I hate that mofo.
You Tom Brady's record
totally
against the Steelers
biased.
is unbelievable.
Oh, I hate Brady
I think
so much.
I think his career record against the Steelers was like 12-4.
Shut up. Like, come on, man.
Who, Brady or
The sad part
Mahomes?
of it is I think it was better than that.
It might have been.
You know what I mean? That's the sad
And none of the four were in the playoffs. None of every time they met up in the playoffs, put it in the bank.
It's like all our wins was like when Brady was hurt, or
And it's crazy too because he started his career that way. Like that, his very first AFC Championship game was over the Steelers, and he just set the tone for how he was going to beat them.
He said, "This is my."
I'm not
stadium."
sure how
Next
many
20
AFC
years.
championships that like he beat us in, but it was
a lot.
It was a few.
It was more.
It was
yeah.
a few.
It was a few.
So did that help you, Mark? Our mask. Don't forget, you can join our Pick'em League. The link for our Pick'em League is in the description.
Did you agree with Worthy? You
I
were
did.
nodding
I'm
your
sorry,
head, but I thought
yeah.
so.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Yes. I'm as much as. I mean, here's one thing to keep in mind. It is National Tight End Week.
And that was a thing last year, and I feel like it was the thing the year before.
It's a good matchup.
But after 2 years, defense is also going to be like, it's tight ends week. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, I don't know how much that's a thing, but I don't know. We'll find out this weekend. If it's 3 years in a row where tight ends just go off on tight ends week, then I'm going to buy in next year. That's for sure.
All right.
3's a trend.
Right.
Did you do the Steelers?
Well, did you talk about the Rams?
I was wondering if he did the Steelers.
No, I have not done the Steelers yet, and yeah, I think that if you've been watching us, like you've seen my trepidation, you've seen how worried I am about everything. Even though our record has been pretty good, and it looks like we're gonna own our division, there's no way we can lose it, and everything else, and then we freaking lose to Cincinnati and Joe Flacco. And oh my god, like it was bad all the way through. Like it was late second quarter, and I didn't want to watch the rest of the game.
It was,
and I am a
unbelievable
Steeler fan,
because
bro. Like I bleed black and gold, and I was just like, "There's no way
Joe
we can win this
Flacco
game."
looked like he was back there in practice. Like he knew exactly what was coming every
What a
time,
busy,
exactly
what up?
where to go with the ball.
What a busy.
And it was funny too because like I remember thinking it was the second play of the game, and the Steelers sacked him. And I remember thinking,
if so, that was our only sack.
there was two. There was two.
I was like,
Yeah, it was like so. It was the first drive on like the second play, and then it was the last time the Bengals offense had the ball.
Yeah.
And I was just like I let out a little laugh because at that point, I believe I went from -1 point with the defense to 0,
right.
because of the sack. And I was like, okay, well, at least I don't score negative points, I guess. This is great. Good job, boys. But when the first sack happened, it looked like I think they had a 3-and-out to start the game.
Yeah.
It looked like the defense was going to be able to handle them, was going to cause them a bunch of problems throughout the night, and they couldn't stop Chase Brown. And because they couldn't stop,
and Joe Flacco got the ball out.
he did.
Fast.
He did get the ball out really fast, but because the Steelers couldn't stop them on the ground either, they never were able to force them into unfavorable situations where Joe Flacco, like where you could predict his first read and you could take it away and make him take the extra second.
And it seemed like we could. I mean, to Joe Flacco, this guy's 100 years old. So yeah, no, I was incredibly disappointed with our defense. Our offense, like I've said all year, has honestly been performing above what we expected. I've been very happy with Aaron Rodgers and the way he's performed on the field.
And the offense, you also
it's our defense that sucked, and I'm like, what the heck? They were supposed to be league leaders this year.
Yep.
And they are at best middle of the pack.
They're spending a lot of money on that defense. There's a lot of money spent on that side of the ball.
So I like our record. I like where we are in our division. But like we need to make some progress, or the future is not good this year. Like I'm not thrilled.
What are your thoughts on what Mike Tomlin said about another team trading a quarterback that they deemed worthy of being their opening day starter to an interdivision opponent? When I ask you that, I'm like, do you think that the Browns did it specifically?
Was there some shenanigans there?
Specifically,
was this a big
Steelers?
FU to the Steelers?
Yeah.
Like,
that's
hey.
one. So that's one question.
Yeah.
And then question 2, is during the broadcast of the game, they had said that that matchup with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins is why they brought in Darius Slay and Jalen Ramsey. You've had some time to digest that.
Wait. What was the reason they brought him in? Like
to stop T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. That matchup specifically. Like there was.
And it's funny because Flacco
apparently
played
Tomlin
a
said
lot.
to them in a production meeting.
But that's what I'm saying. Flacco played differently than what Burrow does. Like, I think that would have been a very different game. Like Burrow, don't get me wrong, Burrow is a much better quarterback overall than Flacco.
I still think that there's a
but
chance that
styles
Flacco
matter.
doesn't play all the way until Burrow comes back, because
he's 100 years old.
It's not even. It's not just that. It's like there's been diminishing returns, and I'm talking
every year.
And now I want to talk to the fantasy manager of Joe Flacco. I want to talk to the guy looking at start.
The spot starter. Got it. Yes, I am spot starting Flacco
you
this
spot
year.
Start a quarterback every week.
That is one of my claims to fame. Yes. And I usually do pretty well with it. But go ahead.
To the fantasy managers who might be like being like spot starting Joe Flacco because of what he did against Pittsburgh, beware, because the Flacco magic, which is really starting to kind of feel like Fitz magic, at the end of his career.
I think it's a good comparison.
Where it's like he just kind of goes to a new team and injects some energy. And it's funny because Fitz was different, obviously. He's
different styles.
Flacco
but
shows up and he's like,
feel.
he's got dad vibes.
Yeah.
You know, like, you guys want to go get some Burger King? You know?
I'll take care of you guys.
Like, oh, hey guys, come over here. I brought some extra donuts, to practice or something like that. Like,
I'll show you how to really play, guys. Come on.
Yeah. But yeah. Like, anyway, his performance on the field has the boost that he and the team seem to get has lasted for shorter and shorter amounts of time. It seems like as he's made these different trips, around the AFC North.
Well,
mostly.
and other places. No, I totally agree, and I'm this is not a confident start of Flacco. I think there was a lack of options out there because of the massive bye week this week, and so there's definitely a lack of options out there, and so because of lack of options, it makes Flacco a good spot start, but like I say, totally given the circumstances, that's not like who I'm like. As of after this week, will he be my starter? I can pretty much guarantee that's a no. For the rest of the year, he will not be my starting quarterback. No.
Oh, well, one of the things I just realized when we're talking about this is the Rams are on a bye this week. Right. And
So
they
going into your Homer minute.
Well, going into my Homer minute, it's just kind of funny because it's like,
whoa,
wow.
we ain't even playing this week.
not losing.
I'm just finished doing my lineup because they're all freaking benched, right? Because they have to be this week, and I'm just now coming to the realization that,
Unless you trade them.
I actually, if I wanted to, could go do something on Sunday. It's the 1 week you can take off, right? Of football season. But we certainly made Jacksonville, and we talked about this, look like Jacksonville. And I'm excited to start connecting with Adams. That was kind of I still feel like it was kind of sloppy, but maybe that's how Adams plays. Maybe it's like he's only ever that open. You know what I mean? When he goes up to get catches. Yeah, sure.
Devontae Adams has some of the best late hands that I've ever seen. His ability to just throw his hands up at the very last second and grab the ball so that the defender doesn't know to throw his hands up and swat the ball away is something else. He is an unbelievable player. He's still at 32, we haven't seen any of the elite receivers age this well in a very, very long time. Very long time. Because
Larry Fitzgerald, we talked about him a couple weeks ago.
And honest, it's like that.
Yeah.
Because when you watch him on the field, he still looks like he's giving all of these young players a lot of problems from a physical standpoint, his ability to get open. And I'm a little worried. I wanted to see a better connection between him and Stafford.
Yeah, like I said, it was
Puka,
sloppy.
With
it was
Puka
sloppy,
out.
and that was another thing, right? Because Puka was out, and we finally got Sean McVay to spread that freaking ball around, show some love.
And
get your crutch away.
Some different routes. I wanted to see him actually catch some bubble screens. Some easy fantasy points. Just to see how.
Is that why you traded him? Because you're just not confident that they're going to make a connection this season?
With the way things have gone for McConkey the last couple weeks, I was confident that Devontae Adams is going to be my wide receiver 4 going forward. And so I needed...
He said there was nothing that you wanted on your roster. It's probably a good thing that you didn't offer Adams to me for anything because it's I already got enough Rams stuff going on my end.
I didn't think I offered him for things that two teams that I thought needed him. Because if I'm not mistaken, your team is loaded.
I traded away Puka,
but you've got Amon-Ra St. Brown, Keenan Allen.
They haven't really been doing much. Let me get one of those two.
Amon-Ra St. Brown has been. He was just he's on bye.
Yeah, he has. But Allen, I don't feel like I got the trade value back in him that I gave away. Jackson went on.
Well, that's because Lamar Jackson's been hurt. But you're
Yeah.
getting Lamar Jackson back. Oh, I want one of those.
But the thing is, with Lamar Jackson, like, I think I might be doing better with freaking
God
Stafford.
damn it! I should have traded this guy.
I think I should have. I think I
All
would
right.
have done better with Stafford.
So,
for now.
all right, I'm gonna have to put the poll up there. Underhanded dealings.
Because Puka got taken away and he got injured. So that was kind of.
So you believe in Devontae going through the second half? He's somebody you'd want on your roster.
I don't know. I want us. Who would I? It depends on what the trade look like.
Well, yeah, it's a little pointless to talk about what it might have looked like now.
Yeah.
But what I was trying to get from you would have been like DeAndre Swift, because what I was trying to do was get a running
I
back.
probably wouldn't have done that.
I was trying to get a running back right, exactly. I was trying to get a running back. I offered him to another guy for Kyron Williams, straight up. And then that guy also has Bijan and Saquon Barkley. And so that reminds me, I was going to say this earlier.
I'm hurting so
When
bad at running backs.
Ibuka got hurt, I had a trade offer open to me. Like, I had tried to get Bijan, and he had come back at me, and he wanted Drake London and Ibuka. And
I would have done that.
and
I
traded
would've-
London and Ibuka.
Yeah.
Oh, for Bijan.
Uh-huh.
That's interesting.
I would've done that in a
I can't. I thought about doing it, but I haven't. No, I haven't pulled the trigger on that.
Especially
it might
in
still
three wide receiver leagues
To be
like
honest
we're
with
playing
you,
in.
It
like,
might still be
running
there.
backs are at such a premium.
I know they are, but I have running backs coming
great
back.
ones.
I have running backs coming back, and my receivers at that point would have been down to McConkey and Devontae Adams.
And if you have anybody at the number 3, like is your number 3 just garbage?
Yes,
because that's not bad
'cause-
for 1 and 2.
No, it's not. It's not. If number 3, if like you've got like a nice boom block,
If number 3 is
if
okay,
you've got
yeah.
Quentin Johnston, like
Or Jameson
somebody like
Williams,
that,
or yeah.
somebody like that at number 3. But my number 3 is at this point would be like Luther Burden.
Oh,
If I'd make that
Ouch,
trade.
ouch,
So I
okay,
can't do that when I've got guys like when Kamara is about to assume the full workload in New Orleans because Kendra Miller is down for the year, who I have, and Mario Hampton is going to come back at some point.
someday.
Yeah. So if we make the playoffs, we'll have him, and I have Trey Benson, who's coming back in a couple of weeks.
That's funny.
Yeah.
One of my other leagues
then-
is like
and then
the same way.
also
I've got
I
a
have-
Hampton, I've got Benson. I'm just like,
It hurts.
and
It
it's
hurts.
a running back heavy league where it's just if I had those two, I would be dominating the league. But because I lost them both, I'm like struggling and barely like in the mix. So frustrating.
Yeah, that's exactly where I'm at.
Yeah.
I have both of them,
Yep.
and I'm struggling and barely in the mix.
Yep.
Like I really need to win this week. So it's a huge shot in the arm for my team this week because I go from starting Jalen Noel, who I'm actually excited about, in the flex, to starting Matthew Golden. And I go from starting.
Wait, who's the other guy? Jalen Noel?
Yeah,
I don't even know who that is.
he's a rookie for the Houston Texans. They
What
draft
position?
wide receiver. So the Houston Texans drafted 2.
Damn, dude, you're scraping the barrel.
No. I mean, you can look.
Okay.
Houston. If you watch the tape, Jalen Noel actually looks good. He looks like he's the better of the 2 rookies right now, at least. Higgins is the one that has the monster body. Jaden Higgins.
Right.
6'3", like 215.
Yeah,
like
I've heard of him.
Like Nico Collins. And they're drafted in the same round.
Yeah.
And I think they're from the same school. I think they're college teammates.
Interesting.
And Noel is really good too. And the thing that I liked about Noel is he fits as a complementary receiver to Nico Collins a lot better than Higgins does. Like, having 2 6'3", 6'4" wide receivers has very rarely worked in the NFL. As awesome as it sounds to have Randy Moss and Calvin Johnson,
I was gonna say it does sound pretty good.
name a pair. Name a pair of elite receivers where they were both 6'3", 6'4".
Well, it seems like those elite 6'3", 6'4" receivers, like It's like one per team.
They're rare.
Yeah.
They are rare, but like it's also
Like the
just
only one I'd be able to think of is like an Anquan Bolden, who is definitely like a supplementary piece.
But Bolden's 6 foot, 6'1".
really,
Yeah.
he wasn't. I thought he was huge.
No, he was just he
played huge.
I love Anquan Bolden.
Dude.
I'm a Florida State fan. So,
Dude,
so
that guy was like
so bringing it anytime somebody brings up Anquan
sure?
Bolden, it brings a smile to my face.
Yeah. Yeah,
But,
dude, he played like he was
so
6'6", 240, man.
For those people who don't know, Jalen Knoll has he played before the bye. He had gone up to 30% of the snaps. He scored his first touchdown against Baltimore, and then he played 43% of the snaps against Seattle. Had 7 targets, caught 4 of them for 77 yards. He's just been a little more efficient with the work that he's been given.
Okay, I'm just saying that's a sub 50 guy, bro. Like that's somebody you want maybe on your bench as a prospect. That's not somebody you want to be starting. Period. Dude, how can you deny it? He is sub 50%.
Is that what you were telling people before Kendrick Bourne scored 30 points 2 weeks in a row? Because you worry in fantasy football, that doesn't always matter as much as the opportunity matters. What matters is that Nico Collins might not play. Mm-hmm. And even if Nico Collins does play, he's not 100%.
True.
And they don't have anybody else.
He's been ruled out.
Christian, okay.
Nico has been
ruled out. So there's
out.
no Nico Collins. There's no Christian Kirk.
And Stroud has not been playing well. So
he hasn't really been terrible. He hasn't been that bad.
Fantasy wise, he's been kind of terrible.
Well,
but,
fantasy
but
wise,
like real world,
I told you that was
going to
happen.
Decent.
I told you that fantasy wise, because it didn't make sense to rank him as high as people were ranking him based off of his rookie year performance, because it just didn't, based on what he does. Like, unless you were expecting the Houston Texans to become like the Rams and be able to score 40
a year and a
points
half ago, I wasn't. I
never
felt
was.
really good a year and a half ago. Now, not so much. Now I'm just like,
It's funny too because I think I really feel like you could have turned him into like Joe Burrow.
I thought Stroud was Joe Burrow.
No, there's only one Joe Burrow. There's only one Batman.
Oh man, like he looked like the better Joe Burrow in his rookie season.
I don't think so.
He really did.
No, I don't agree with that.
Anyway,
that's shameful. I know you're a Steelers fan, and it's hard to say, but still.
Just because I hate Joe? Yeah, you're right. I do hate Joe. So we haven't even gotten to the game.
We have not.
We've
I was
been
just about to
rambling
ask.
a bit.
You guys ready to make some picks?
Let's do it.
Well, the funny thing
like
is, because we started early, it's like
we're still
We're right on time.
Like we're barely 30 minutes over our 8 o'clock hour. Okay, so I'll pull the games up. I'm sorry, I wasn't ready for that. The first game is. Yeah, I've been watching the end of this Dodgers game.
Wait, what's
I'm
the score
happy
real quick?
with the
I haven't
score.
gone around.
I'm very, very happy with the score.
What is it?
It is Toronto 11, Los Angeles 4.
So not a Dodgers fan, I take it.
Oh no! Oh no!
All right.
I'm not a Blue Jays fan either, but
Well, Dodgers are one of those teams. You either love them or you hate them. So
Well,
you either love to root for them or you love to root against
the
them.
Giants are my NL team.
Well, then you really love to root against the
I
Dodgers.
do.
Yeah. Like I'm not a big baseball guy. I don't know stuff about baseball, but
I'm not
Game over.
either. I mean, I know like the rules and stuff, but outside of that,
I know the rules. I played, but
outside of that, I very loosely keep an eye, but I'm LA all the way.
Here's what I want to say about
sports.
baseball real
So
quick while we're
I
talking
pay
about
attention
it.
a little bit. In the
yeah,
World
that
Series.
makes sense, especially when they're in the World Series, right?
The new rules for the pitching clock
Amazing, yeah.
for watching on television.
Yeah,
For watching the game on television, it is a huge improvement.
huge.
For watching in person, not so much at all.
It's funny because I can see that because I'm one that I got to go to some Anaheim Angel games when I was a kid because they were just down the street. I grew up in SoCal, and they were literally blocks away, and we'd get tickets one way or another, and we'd go. And dude, totally cool, fantastic vibe. I loved being there. It was,
You meet people who've got like season tickets,
and it's just fun.
it's fun.
You know?
And
Yeah,
it's a
absolutely.
relaxing.
Yeah, it is very relaxing.
It used to be.
Yes.
It's not anymore. It's not because things are happening so fast and people don't want to miss the action. So there's a lot of
Now it's almost like football.
so there's a lot of rushes to and from like the concessions and stuff like that. Whereas it used to just be really relaxed. So like if you've seen like movies. I mean, who hasn't seen a movie with baseball in it? But a lot of the way that they depict baseball in movies, it doesn't really happen that way anymore. Where it's like it's so actually just so casual and so lazy. Like if you want to be watching the game, like you actually have to be watching the game.
It's funny
going
because
to the bathroom is like going to the bathroom or
Toronto.
going to get another beer is essentially giving up
Half
an
an
entire inning. No, a whole inning.
Yeah, I can see that. Busy. I thought you were a Texan. Like I watched King of the Hill. You're a Blue Jays fan? How are you a Texan? And a Blue Jays fan.
you're not allowed to
I
root
mean,
for
I'm a
Canada.
Californian and I'm a Red Sox fan, so I'm only gonna just like, make a face about it. But
Only gonna make a face.
but it's interesting.
It's interesting. Yeah.
It's interesting, brother.
Hey, if the Dodgers weren't in there, I'd be rooting for the Blue Jays. So I'm just saying.
All right. So first up, the Dolphins at the Falcons. Dolphins are plus 7.5. Over under is 44.5. Plus 310 if you're betting on the Dolphins. Minus 395 if you're betting on the Falcons.
Don't bet on the Dolphins
Right, and I'm still in my
unless
Survivor
you're
League.
betting on when Mike McDaniels is gonna get fired.
I'm still in my Survivor League. This is what, week 8. So, there's 7 teams that I can't pick anymore because I picked them before. So now you're getting to like, okay, who can you pick to possibly win? And this is my pick this week.
Atlanta.
Ooh. Yeah, like Atlanta versus Miami.
Now I'm rooting for Miami.
Atlanta's at home. Yes, Atlanta's been very volatile. They've been kind of up and down. They've had some weird weeks. I mean, they got shut out by the Carolina Panthers. Like, what the F was that? But I think the Panthers are playing better, and I don't know. I like it. Sorry, he's showing me something here.
It's still sitting there.
And you receive Bijan and give up Mbuka and Lund. And Mbuka is not hurt anymore, so it's not, immoral to take this offer anymore. I would jump all over that if I were you, brother, but that's just me. Yeah. Like, to me, that was an automatic accept.
That's
like,
funny.
I wouldn't have even thought about that one.
So what did I send him? I sent
I'm picking the Falcons too.
I sent him Hampton and Ibuka. Hampton and Ibuka for Bijan, and he countered.
Wait, this is a redraft, right?
This is our league, Top Gun.
Oh, okay.
This is the league of our league of record.
Right.
We're talking about right now trades that my team, my 3-4 team.
I was like, your team is insignificant,
and
bro.
like,
I don't pay attention to your team.
Bezzy's have like I feel like Bezzy's
this guy
trying to make a
just got a
comeback.
0 out of Quentin Johnston on Thursday.
Yeah. I'm still favored to win, but anyway.
It's funny he is.
We're 50-50.
He is.
If you're talking
it's
about
pretty
me and
funny.
you, we're 50-50 down the middle.
Oh, I think I put my. I had a wide receiver that was out.
that was with Nico.
And I put in. Yeah, exactly. I put a new wide receiver in, and so now I'm.
When did you
favored.
do that?
A couple hours ago.
Okay, no, yeah. I did it like 5 minutes ago, so I know where we're at. Hey, but I'm not confident with my.
No, dude. Like I say, one of my good wide receivers scored 0. So yeah, I'm not thrilled. Plus I have Garrett Wilson out.
So
plus I have
funny.
Nico Collins out. Plus,
But this is the week Christian McCaffrey gets injured.
This is the week to play me, bro. This is the week to play me because I am definitely at my weakest right now.
Good.
Yeah. So if I had offered you Devontae for Vidal and Stevenson,
No.
no.
Because honestly, I see Stevenson is very
That's
close to
interesting.
Vidal.
Yeah, everyone's looking for a
Stevenson and
running back
Vidal,
right now.
I feel like are very close to the same player.
This guy has Jalen Warren, has CMC, Jonathan Taylor, and Jalen Warren. So they like.
Say it again.
So it's just it's difficult for them to get on.
Yeah.
I mean, so
Any other running back is
but at the
just
same
a-
time, his receivers are he's starting Troy Franklin this week.
Okay. Yeah,
All right.
you have to mention who's on the IR.
George,
but go ahead.
He's starting George Pickens, Quentin Johnston.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the end of the receivers that he's starting this week.
And he thinks he has an advantage with
so
this.
Jamison Williams didn't pan out. Quentin Johnson, I called this a couple weeks ago that I thought he was going to turn into dust.
Well, and I think there's some injury things going on
and-
there too,
and
but yeah.
I don't. It doesn't look that way.
No,
He's
Would
on,
you
he-
give up?
he played-
No,
so-
I don't think he will. But
so
would you
check
give
this
up
out.
Vidal for Daniel Jones?
Ooh, that's interesting.
That's
That's a good. That's,
not
that's
for
an
a
instant
Yeah,
start.
I did.
Like that's
No.
I feel like Daniel Jones is one of those quarterbacks that you could trade into. And
Yeah,
just
but he
feel
doesn't.
Really good
That's
about
not
your
his
start of the
strategy. He trades his. He
The team's going to score a lot of points.
That's like I say, I want to make sure that I'm super strong at running back and I'm super strong at wide receiver, and I figure I can stream tight end.
Yeah,
I can stream
and I asked this,
quarterback.
and I'm asking this guy if he would have traded his fourth and fifth running back for a receiver that instantly becomes his best receiver, and he said no.
He does not come up like
He does.
I have Nico Collins and Garrett Wilson on
Do
my
you?
bench.
Where are they?
in the IR, but they'll be ready to play
and
next
which Garrett
week.
Wilson are you getting back? What are you getting
Well,
back?
you're
when
right
you-
about that.
What do you get back when you get Garrett Wilson back? Like so,
He'll be good, but
it was a really
it's how
good start.
yeah.
I know I told you to sell high on Quentin Johnston. I told you to sell high on George Pickens, and you didn't do either of those things. And so we'll see how
Yeah,
that
I
plays.
cashed in on Pickens.
We'll,
It
we'll
was
see.
awesome.
We'll see how that plays out. We'll see how we'll see. But I mean, so far it looked like a genius on Quentin Johnston. And while and real quick, no receiver played more than 59% of the snaps for the Chargers last night. Curiously,
Interesting.
Keenan Allen only played 25.
Dude, I was wondering what the F happened to him last night.
But he was there and important.
I haven't really
if
dug
we
into
were,
it yet. I
If
was
we
like,
were
what the
a
hell?
points for first downs league, like Keenan Allen would still be like money because he shows up on money
Which
downs.
honestly, that's something that if we
And-
can easily add that, it should totally be a point for
so
first
there was
down.
so real sidebar real quick before I finish this thought about their receivers. I heard this idea about having a council that meets and discusses new rules changes. And I was like, that is a great idea because like I had tried to have off-season owners meetings, but getting 12 people together
Just doesn't happen,
But
yeah.
if you have like 5 people, that is much more doable. And like making sure that everybody knows who the 5 people are, getting any like complaints or whatever out of the way, and then like that is, and we can have even have like a rotating council, like where like every year we change one member or something like that.
One
That way
member,
there's-
maybe.
there's
Here's what I think.
one.
And
That way
here's what
there's
I think.
consistency.
Here's what I think. If we're going to do that, obviously us 3, because we're the face of our league of record, right? Like they should, the rest of the league really should get involved in the podcast a little bit, but it is what it is, and I don't care.
Yeah.
But so obviously us 3, and I actually think Wadabizi should be on that council too. And then again, we'll rotate the 5th person in. We'll rotate the 5th person in, just like you said. We could cycle the rest of them.
Or even
that's
if
a good
it's
one.
2 of us and cycle. But yeah,
But,
no.
but,
I mean, we can
but
work
anyway,
out what
that's
it
something
is.
we can talk about later.
I
But I heard that. I wanted to while I was thinking about it, wanted to get that out to you guys because
Yeah.
I think it's a really good idea for like continuing to keep the league fresh with rules changes and updates and just minor things like that keep people engaged. And then to go back to the Chargers receivers. So I thought it was incredibly interesting that Keenan Allen only played 25% of the snaps because it felt like he was more active than that. Because Quentin Johnston played the 3rd most amount of snaps, and he had no targets.
0.
There were, if you watch, I rewatched that game, and there were times where it looked like the play was drawn up for him, and there were a couple times where he did break open, and Herbert was just under duress, and it shifted where the play was going. So it's hard to say, like, because there was definitely
Because of the Minnesota defense, it was more of a short-term offense, and so Quentin wasn't really involved. But I
don't-
definitely was thinking that kind of
I
thing.
wouldn't say that.
I'll
because
tell you what,
they-
I'm not
because they
I'm not
gashed the
benching
Vikings.
Quentin Johnson. I'm playing him for the next 2 weeks.
And I've already seen people talk about that. Like they'll go right back to him next week.
Yeah.
Now, McConkey was not the receiver who played the most snaps. Do you want to know who played the most snaps? Trey Harris.
Who?
Also scored a touchdown for you Quentin Johnston managers to give you just a little kick just to give you a little
just for a little acid reflux. Yeah.
But he was excellent all night long. Not just like he was on that touchdown play. It was just a fantastic kind of understanding of the way that plays flow, and rather than just kind of like dirtling into the corner of the end zone and being useless, he stopped his route and went back the other way against the flow. And Herbert, being the smart quarterback that he is, found him immediately, and it was. I mean, I think it's an underrated play. It's when I saw it, I was like, wow, that was really good. Like, that's a really savvy play. Right. It's not something you typically see out of rookies. Like, if he's got a route where he's, the route design leads him in a certain direction, most of the time you get most players still, you kind of see them just kind of like finish the play. Right. And the quarterback ends up throwing it out of the back of the end zone. And so this was a different outcome in one of those plays, is what I felt like happened on that touchdown play. And he was huge in the running game. Quentin Johnston was involved in the running game too. When they wanted to run the football, it was not McConkey and Allen on the field. Yeah. It was Huge and Trey Harris.
Big ass body.
That's and they're great, both big. They are both big.
Doesn't get many fantasy points though.
Right. Well, the thing is that Trey Harris is slightly bigger, slightly stronger, slightly faster,
which is why he was on the field.
And he's not a drop machine. So, and that's the thing that I wanted to finish with, was that like Quentin Johnston in the prior week looked really bad in going, like, I think he caught 2 of 6 targets and I'm sorry,
coming off an injury, but go ahead.
Are there people over there?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm just
I saw things on there and I wanted to make sure I wasn't just like...
No, I'm just fidgeting. No, Bezzy did agree to be part of the rules council. And so I do like that idea. I think we will meet. We'll try to fire up the podcast, sooner than later. That's this season. Next in between, we say that every year, but we are getting more and more consistent every year. So maybe we'll
during the year, we're so obsessed with we got to meet every week. We got to meet every week, and then the off season comes, and it's like, okay, we got to catch up with family. We got to catch up
a little
with
bit,
stuff.
a little bit,
gotta, do things.
That's you.
Well,
that's you guys. So for me, so just so you guys know, when the off season comes, I go, all right, everybody going to sleep. Let's go to work. let's start looking at numbers. Let's start looking at tape for rookies.
And I honestly say this now. I honestly don't mind continuing this. It is a very good stress relief for me to meet with you guys. So I'm realizing that more and more as as we do this. But he's agreed to do the rules council, so we'll try to meet up a little bit more in the off season and talk about that stuff.
Right. And really announce it through text and everything else that okay, this is what we're doing. We're going to run a podcast and we're going to discuss our rules. If you want to have a say so, get on there.
Yeah,
you can have a say so.
Absolutely.
And if you don't care, then you don't care.
Yep. And so there's that piece. Dang, I had one other thought and I lost it. It floated away.
Oh no!
It'll come back.
Thoughts.
It'll come back. So
floating thoughts.
While we're waiting for it to come back, we got the Bears at Baltimore. Chicago Bears +7, over unders 49.5, +280. If you're betting on the Bears, -355. If you're betting on the Ravens, this is one of those games.
The Bears are getting 7 points.
Yep.
So I feel like the Bears could win this game, and they're getting 7 points.
Yeah. I feel like they could win this game going away.
And that's what I thought too at first. And then everything was saying that, look, he's coming back. Lamar is coming back. And if he's playing this week,
the Bears defense is good, man.
And they're 1-5.
He's still questionable.
Their only chance is to go on this run.
The Bears defense is good.
This locker room. I don't care. Bears defense is not Lamar Jackson. If Lamar Jackson is playing well,
sometimes you just lose seasons. So sometimes it happens. Sometimes your quarterback isn't healthy.
And I'm hoping that's the case with Baltimore.
Sometimes your quarterback's not healthy.
This is a pivotal week for them. So Baltimore is going.
This is another. You mean another pivotal week for them? They've had about 3 in a row, and they've lost all of them
because they didn't have Lamar.
They were 1-2, went into a pivotal week and lost. Then they were 1-3, went into a pivotal week and lost. And they were 1-4, went into a pivotal week before the bye week and got creamed.
And the weeks
by a Texans team that doesn't even look good.
The weeks that they lost with Lamar in the lineup, they were playing against very good teams. Okay.
Agreed. I agree with that. He went out early in the Kansas City game.
And this might be just a paranoid Pittsburgh guy, but I am very, very scared of Lamar and these Ravens going on a run.
I'd be more scared of the Bengals.
Here's the thing.
I'm not. No.
The Bears.
We can talk about that when we get
about
more to
Flacco and his downward progression.
But I think he is after, and I didn't say this earlier, and I meant to kind of, but I think that because I've said this to you, I think Flacco being there, regardless of how he performs, is a positive for Jake Browning because he gives Jake Browning a better example of how he should be running the offense rather than trying to be like Burrow.
Okay, but I mean, how much?
I felt like that's what the problem was because if you if you watch if Jake Browning just gets rid of the football, like somewhere near as fast as Flacco makes those decisions, this offense moves forward and. I feel like he just tried to do too much, kind of lost track of what he was of how he's supposed to be running the offense, and needed a better example of how to do it.
I feel like only somebody like Jay Flacco, only somebody with Flacco's experience can do what Flacco's doing right now. Like to process that quickly, to process where to go and how quickly. Like
monkey see, monkey do.
Maybe, but I don't know.
Flacco?
I think that's why Flacco's good.
I think he'll fall off a cliff soon.
Well, we talked about that.
I think it's going to happen before Burrow even gets back because Burrow's not coming back until.
But you say Cincinnati's the team to worry about. I don't get it
because
he's in love with Cincinnati.
It's those.
He has been since we started this podcast.
Jamar Chase and T. Higgins are awesome. They're awesome. They really are. Those guys are fun to watch. I
could have paid my mortgage.
I think
betting
Bezzy's
T. Higgins
got
against
something
this
to
guy.
say about that.
Not last week.
Not last week.
So when we're talking about the Chicago Bears and we're talking about the Baltimore Ravens, I might change my pick, but I'm going Bears right now. We'll see. I want to read more reports on Lamar. Because he may be coming back, but I'm scared he's not 100% coming back.
Jersey here?
That's Bears, not Denver.
Okay.
You too?
We're going Bears. We're going Bears.
See, now
we're going Bears.
Bears. I get to lone wolf the Ravens.
Wow,
that's gotta feel sick.
Which I would usually feel real good about, except it's the Ravens. I don't want the Ravens.
Right.
I'm taking the Ravens.
What an awkward season you're having.
I am.
And hey, this might be a catch-up game for you. Or it could be, or it could be a runaway for us. All right, so next up we got the Bills.
I'm tied with this guy.
Are you?
You're the only one that's ahead of me, and I feel like I got ripped off on 2 Thursdays.
I don't know. Did you pick the Vikings last night?
Shut up. Nobody.
You did too. You did.
I did. I thought they were playing well, but anyway.
I didn't like at all what I was seeing under center. Like it just
you're definitely behind.
It just all season. All right, so next up we got Buffalo Bills versus Carolina Panthers. Bills are -7. Over under is 46.5. -360 if you're betting the Bills. Plus 285 if you're betting on Carolina. I might take the points of Panthers if you gave me points.
7, you said?
Right.
7.
I'm not gonna like it's a week off. They've had 2 losses.
Not playing points. You're taking the Bills, right?
Yeah,
2 losses.
So we're all taking the Bills, but I agree that I think it's going to be closer than what it looks.
Yeah.
I don't.
Really?
Yeah, really no.
I don't know with Carolina.
You betting on the Red Rifle?
Oh, I forgot about Bryce Young being out.
Yeah.
That is a big point.
Yeah.
So
you know what?
All right, never mind.
You might want to.
I like the Panthers' chances to
that's
cover
a good call out.
less,
Yeah.
but I like starting Tataroa McMillan more. Is that weird?
Why?
Because I feel like Andy Dalton is a quarterback that will be like, I'm just
Just
going
a passer's quarterback.
I'm just going to throw it to my best guy. Like if things aren't going well, like he'll rather than do what a young quarterback's going to do is like, okay, focus, run the offense, and make mistakes.
What do I do?
And
Running back dump off. Yeah.
Right. He's going to go, fuck it. This isn't working. I'm just going to throw it to that guy.
I'm going to my guy.
Right.
Yeah.
And Ted Rowe McMillan is an animal. Like
No, I feel like being an outcome.
I feel like he is just this in terms of fantasy football, he is just this lion that's in a cage that's too small to hold him. And eventually it's just going to break and he's just going to maul everybody. Because that guy, like watching the stuff that he does week in, week out, and I was not a believer. Like the guy, because he's the guy that famously doesn't watch football. So he knows less about football than Puka Nacua, who apparently didn't know who his division rivals were last year during an interview. Oh, we play him again?
The dude is like, you could just that alone tells me
funny.
how much of a like hippie that guy is.
Well, and just that
He's just
man's
floating
living.
through
That
life,
man. Is
man.
living week
He's
to
just
week.
floating
You know
through
what I
life.
mean?
Well,
Just like,
and the
Jeez.
thing is like,
yeah, we're playing them this week. You know?
and you know what? Sometimes those guys are just such physical, specimens that they can, get by, and not even just get by, but excel at the game for stretches of time. But like, they're players that I definitely want to sell
high. Yeah.
high on before like I'm. Justin Jefferson is a guy that me and him we rock. Like if I pull the trigger on that trade I was telling you about, me and Justin Jefferson are rocking in it for the next 5 years. I'm a believer. Like he's going to be good for that long. Like he is such a technician.
But you traded him to
of
me.
the game.
Another
Well,
league,
different
but
situation.
different league,
Different situation. Yeah. And I've made a lot of bad decisions in that league.
We both have. I think.
No, your team's in better shape than mine. Like I'm feeling better now that I have 3 first-round draft picks going into next year, but with one of them likely being the number 1 overall. But
we started this dynasty league together. Like it's only 3 years old.
Yeah, we're in season 3.
We just we were there from the beginning, and like we know, like we really feel like we know what we're doing. You know what place we are in that league?
Yeah,
last and second
He's
to
in
last.
I'm in second to last.
Okay, here's what you need. All you need to know.
Some of that's on purpose, but
we had a matchup 2 weeks ago in that league, and this guy was in full tank mode because he didn't realize that like in our league, it doesn't matter how hard you tank in the regular season. The bottom 6 teams of this 12-team league go to the toilet bowl, just like in Top Gun. And then there's a tank off from there, and it's no holds barred.
Yep.
Like as long as your guy has a pulse and he like sees the field.
If he's projected to score more than 0.01
Yes.
points, you're allowed to play him.
And it's funny because I actually tried to get people to set like a minimum snap percentage for players, to make it kind of reasonable, because it gets to a point where like we get to the toilet bowl in the playoffs and people start like dropping their like 34-year-old veterans and picking up fucking just like dudes who play like 3 snaps a game, but they have like you can see all the way down the line they've played in like every game or whatever, they're projected to play in this game too, but they don't do anything and have no chance of doing anything. And they'll just throw them in the starting lineup.
It's
fun. It's super
like
fun. It is super, super fun. But he was doing that in week 5.
4, but yeah. It was like week 3 or 4, honestly. I was just like, there's no chance. I'm playing for next year.
And this guy's got Justin Jefferson and AJ Brown. My team's so much worse. Like for
I've got
even
Garrett
for just
Wilson.
this season. Yes.
I've got Breece Hall.
Yeah,
I've got all these pieces, and then all the stuff, all the glue to keep it together. Oh, it's all gone.
Meanwhile, right,
it's all gone.
Yeah, I think
got
my best
nothing.
player right now is probably Ricky Pearsall.
Oh man.
That's where my team is at. That's where.
And I've only got one more win than you.
I think we might be starting Keaton Mitchell this weekend. Like I might have picked up some J.P. Ryan to start him in, in that league. But hey, you know we've got a bunch of draft
you want to
picks
make sure you get
up.
the buy in the toilet bowl. I understand.
Oh yeah. Got to get a top 4 pick.
Yep, it's important.
Absolutely have to secure the top 4 pick. Can't have a roster this bad and not pick and be picking outside the top 4. That's terrible. But anyway,
what game are we on?
So the Jets at
the Bengals. Jets are +6.
Jesus.
Over under is 44.5.
No wonder the yawning.
+230. Dude, you know my Fridays, man. Like
well, I'm just
no
saying,
matter
Jets
how much
and
fun
Bengals, man,
and
that
coffee-
deserves a yawn.
Oh, gotcha. +230 if you're playing it on the Jets. -285 if you're betting on the Bengals. Yeah, I don't think anybody we should be picking the Jets
Well,
anytime
honestly,
soon.
both teams kind of suck right now.
Yeah, but still, the Jets haven't won anything.
Yeah. I mean, I'm starting Joe Flacco. I kind of have to pick the Bengals.
Yeah.
So,
You know, I find that I sometimes I have these. I realize later, like I think like in these compartments, and so I will, when I'm looking at this data, pick these things, and then go completely opposite when it's just overall like, you know. So I might pick the Bengals to win, but the Jets defense, like, you know, like in different scenarios where it's like, what the hell? That's like polar opposite of what it doesn't seem like those two would match, you know. And I do that quite often. Team bad decisions,
work, but every now and again,
team bad decisions. That's funny.
Honestly, that seems like a one-game strategy on like DraftKings. You know what I mean? Because just you're taking that line that nobody else is taking, and it seems so dumb. But hey, guess what? If that line hits, nobody else has picked that line, and you get to win. You know, the top prize, whatever it is. You know?
Right.
I kind of like that in a way.
So yeah, picking Bengals to win, starting Brees Hall.
That's funny.
Brees is still a good start.
Yeah,
If he freaking starts.
There's no reason to pick the Jets here at all. The Bengals are riding high after beating the Steelers.
We don't even know who the starter is for the Jets.
Right. And it may not even be Taylor.
It's probably not Taylor.
He's hurt too.
That's what I'm saying. He's hurt.
Like it's not.
It might be Fields.
I don't think so. I think it's gonna. I actually can't.
How's it going,
remember.
Frizzle? I see.
I don't
you,
even
man.
know who their third string quarterback is. I heard the name, and it didn't stick with me. It's not a name that I know,
funny.
and I know a lot of players on a lot of rosters.
I think it will be Fields, but anyway. So what's our question?
Not yet. Yeah, he's just saying hi. I got a feeling that Frizzle will have a question here. You just want to make sure that.
All right, Frizzle.
We're paying attention to chat.
We are answering all fantasy football questions, bro.
All of them.
So, like, whatever you got, throw it at us. Like
Hypotheticals, start sits,
we will give you our opinion, and you can do with it what
league
you will.
disputes, all of it.
So, what game are we on here?
We are on Frisco versus Houston. San Francisco +1.5. 42.5 is the over under, +105 if you're betting on the 49ers, -125 if you're betting on the Texans.
Okay, this game confuses me.
Why?
How the hell is Houston favored in this game?
Interesting.
I don't know. They're at home.
I mean, agreed they're at home.
They're home. That's it.
And agreed San
Their
Francisco has
defense is
some
playing
injuries.
well. San Francisco has
But San
offensive
Francisco
injuries.
has been injured all year, and they're 5-2, and they played great in every game.
There's another thing. It had to do with.
So here's the question, fellas.
C.J. Stroud. Okay.
Will it be okay to bench Bill for Brashard Smith or Kyle Monaghay this week?
Monangai.
I would start Monangai.
I would too. And honestly, I'm kind of doing that in one of my leagues. So I'm
I don't
practicing
like
what I
starting
preach here.
Bill. Bill feels like it's funny because they traded him and to give Bill the job, but he feels like just another Brian Robinson to me.
A worse Brian Robinson to me.
I don't know if it's worse because it feels the same. Because if he scores a touchdown, it still feels good.
He's
because,
okay.
Because when you watch him, he passes the eye test the same way that Brian Robinson
I
did.
like the way he plays. I enjoy watching him play, but fantasy-wise, he just does not get it done. He's just not that guy. Whereas Monangai still has that upside. He still has that positive value. Monangai might be that guy. And so that's what
No,
makes me
Monangai
lean.
is definitely getting he played a surprising amount of snaps in the last game.
Last 2 games.
Coming off their bye.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right, last 2 games coming off the bye. And it really does appear that they have their, poor man's version, if you will, Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery with Swift and Monangai going on. They're both on the field a lot.
That's what they're trying to do. Yeah.
It looks like that's what they're doing. Both of them are going to have chances to score. As long as you expect the Bears to score touchdowns, I would rather bet on Monangai to score than like Roma Dunze, based on what I'm seeing out of their offense. They are trying to threaten you with the running game first, and the running backs just in general. So I think,
which is smart with their personnel,
Monangai
and
is
experience, and
a strong flex start probably from here on out.
yeah. And I picked him up in a couple of places because I kind of thought the same thing. It's just it looks like he is one of those 40-60 guys, 50-50 guys that's starting to take over, and he's going to be the 60-40. He's going to be the 70-30 in this
and he's their
backfield.
hammer.
So
he's the guy that's going to finish games for them.
So Frizzle currently starting Brees, assuming he plays, and Woody Marks. So for flex, had to choose between Bill Bouchard, Kyle Bote, or Calvin
Yeah, I
Austin.
like Monangai better than Woody Marks, to be honest with you.
those guys are in the same category
and I would
for me.
and I would probably start Bill over Woody Marks based on
I don't know about that.
the 49ers are good against running backs. They've been worse against the pass, and also on that note, C.J. Stroud, he has some impressive numbers against teams that don't pressure the quarterback well. And since Nick Bosa's
He
injury,
doesn't like the pressure.
the 49ers are the worst team in the league at pressure rate.
Either way, I'm still picking San Francisco. You know what?
You know why? Because Mac
Houston's-
Jones is second in the league in pass yards per game.
And Houston they're not the answer to me to my prayers. I mean, I'd be lucky if Houston beat San Francisco and put
The
Rams
49ers
number
are
one
just-
in the division,
yeah.
right? I mean, I'd be lucky, and I'm not a lucky person.
It's
So
one of those
it's
things-
San Francisco going to continue to
I
win.
looked at this game
They're going
to
to continue to
start.
roll,
I looked at this game to start,
For your
I hope I'm
survivor
wrong.
pool?
and I was like, you know what?
and I hope I'm wrong.
I want to pick Houston here.
Wow, for your
I want
survivor?
to pick Houston. No, not Survivor. But
Oh.
just in my pools, I'm just like, you know what? I want to.
He
pick
picked
Houston
Atlanta
here.
for his survivor.
And the more I think about the matchup, the more I think about San Francisco, how they've been playing, and everything else. I'm just like, oh, I just can't pick them. I have to pick San Francisco. And then I look at the line, and Houston is favored.
Give me one of those Cali squeezes, Ken.
I can't even understand that.
Above the LaCroix, the Cali squeezes. Give me one of those guys.
So yeah, I having Vegas come out and say that Houston is the favorite here really surprises me and makes me second guess what I'm thinking, because that was my original thought, and now I don't know. I'm going to San Francisco, but I feel like I'm falling into a trap.
So he also thinks that CJ is going to rely on Schultz and Woody, so he doesn't know if the rookies can step up.
Here, I'm going to have a very simplistic view of this. I feel like the 49ers are playing better football than they played at the start of the season
I agree.
when they beat the Seahawks in Seattle. Seattle, also playing better football, just dominated that Houston, Texas team.
So Texans, Frizzle adds,
Dominated.
Texans defense is the reason why it makes it hard to sometimes pick against Houston's, to be honest.
I agree.
So, Frizzle, we have our
Stingley's
Pick'em
really
League.
good.
It's in the description. You could join our Pick'em League, and I know you're starting
Join us, man.
You're
Cheers,
starting
mate.
behind the season, but you could still win. One of the
Yeah.
bragging rights
Play
for the week. Yeah. So, yeah, let's see what you got, man. Come join us.
Yeah, you're not gonna catch Clouded Jester over here. He's like crushing the league right now. But
Yeah, we're not either unless we break his legs or something. Wait a minute, that
stop
doesn't
him
help.
from picking.
Team bad decisions, man. I might start picking wrong. You never know.
He is a wild man.
Sometimes it doesn't make sense, right? But that's what we say.
It's been working out really well.
Fantasy football theories, man. So they make sense in my head, and nobody believes them until it plays out on paper. or out on the
That's
field.
not
anyway.
true.
It's well, yeah, it's not true, but the more wacky wild ones that have come true. I've been on an island. Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna hit the bathroom, but what's the next game?
The next game is Browns versus New England. Let's see here. Let me find their
I'll take
lines.
New England all the way.
So
They
Browns are
playing
plus
amazing.
7, over unders 40.5, plus 280 if you're betting on the Browns, minus 355 if you're betting on the Patriots. Well, welcome. I'm glad you joined.
Yes. Welcome.
And then, the subscribe
to
and hitting the
die.
bell, all that good stuff. And you can, we go live on Fridays, Spotify. We're on Spotify, iTunes, all that stuff too.
Yep. I mean, honestly, most of the platforms, because they
Because
drag from
the way
same
it
places.
distributes.
Yeah.
And we've been doing this for years. So it's not like it's we're going to be going away.
Yeah. So if and if you're bored, you want to go back and listen to some of the takes that we've made and make fun of us, or say something about it. Feel
There
free.
you go. Yep.
There's lots of stuff out there. There's video, lots of because we do this stuff on video too. There's plenty of times where I got hit in the face with a pie.
Yeah, there's been time.
You want to go check that out? There was a really good stretch. It wasn't quite as long as Brian remembers, but I remember it was at least a month.
Oh, you're just getting hit with pies?
Yeah.
And now we got the floor to do it if we wanted to bring it
It's-
back. But I
yeah,
do like the hat idea.
The hat's good.
The hat's good.
We didn't have a hat bet this week.
I think you guys should be doing
You know what,
default
actually-
points or something.
That reminds me. I think we had a season long bet, don't we? Don't we have a season long bet that involves Mike Evans?
Oh, I don't know. We'd have to go back and listen. I had you guys spilled tequila all over my notes.
Tequila notes.
Those are other notes. Dang, I don't know, but it would probably have been in the first couple episodes, when that happened. So Brian said he's going Patriots, right?
Oh yeah.
And so am I. I have a tight end on the Browns. It's questionable. He, I didn't really start him too much. Yeah.
This used to be such an easy call because there was just this, it was almost like a physical law. Rookie quarterbacks versus Bill Belichick.
Uh-huh.
When he was the coach of the Patriots.
Yeah.
And there was no question. The Patriots were just going to win, and that guy was going to have a bad day.
Whoever it was on the Browns.
Yeah, whoever it was. But now it's you don't get to just make that decision. However, this Patriots defense is awesome. I'm not sure where they're at in sacks in the league, but they've got to be pretty high up there.
And I felt like it was kind of rough at the beginning of the season, and that might have been just a confidence thing.
The Raiders game, it was the Raiders game. They,
is that what it was?
So they didn't have Christian Gonzalez to start, who's their best cornerback, arguably their best defensive player, to start the season. He missed the first 3 games, I think, and they've looked like a completely different defense since he's come back. I had to drop him 1 week, and I was really sad because Brian picked him up right away. And they feel like a defense that you might just be able to set it and forget it, like the rest of the way, because they just make plays, and they're gonna pressure the quarterback, they're gonna force turnovers, and they have the ability to score on defense. So this is a real bad spot for Browns quarterback.
So, how do y'all feel about Devin Neal? Frizzle picked him up and Frizzle picked him up just in case, but he doesn't know.
Wait,
Who picked up who?
Devin Neal.
Devin Neal.
Oh, so his rookie tape was awesome. I actually really like Devin Neal.
Who is this kid?
He's a rookie out of Kansas. He's now the backup for Kamara.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
he's a rookie out of Kansas.
Now that Miller's hurt, okay.
He actually, if you want to look at his Devin Neal highlights, it's worthwhile. He can catch the ball. He can do everything. It just where he got drafted was a real bummer because Kamara wasn't going to go anywhere this year, and you didn't know what was going on with Kendre Miller. Kendre Miller is going to be out for the next year. He could miss all of next season too, depending on how bad the knee injury is when they get the surgery done. So Devin Neal is an interesting person to stash if you've got room, but I would imagine that most of the work is just going to kind of instantly go to Kamara. That would be my guess. Kamara played 90+% of the snaps last
How
week.
old is Kamara now?
30.
He's 30.
But he looks great. He still looks great.
Oh no, he still looks. No, he still looks good. I've got
and
him. Yeah.
It feels like more they were preserving Kamara than Kendre Miller was just stealing work away. It never really felt like Kendre Miller was like supplanting Kamara to me. So I would be surprised if Devin Neal was able to get on the field for more than like enough to give Kamara a breather.
Right.
So I don't want him anywhere near any of my starting lineups or like DraftKings or anything like. I'm not betting on
But
anything
as a
like
maybe, just kind of put him on
but
your
if you've
bench.
got
and
room, and if you're somebody who has Kamara like
like
I
that.
do, like I would be if I had the ability to stash him, I would like to.
Makes sense.
Well, there you go. And so we picked. It looks like we're all sweeping, picking Patriots. Next
Pat
up,
Riots.
Pat Riots. I like that one too. Next up is hold on. Let me pull up the sportsbook. Times out sometimes online. It's just like you have to refresh it.
Knows what we're doing.
But it is the Jets at the Eagles. Come on, NFL. Let's go.
That's
Pull it
not
back
bad.
up.
Wait, what?
It's not the Jets at the Eagles.
No, it's Giants.
Okay, I was like, wait a
The
minute.
Giants. It's a rematch.
Giants at the Eagles. I was discombobulated there
So-
for a second. Let me find the stat line for you.
Are the Eagles going to make up for that game they lost a couple weeks ago,
Where are they?
or can the kid do it to him again?
There you are. What the fuck?
I'm
All right.
So, I gotta hold on.
Sorry.
So
Wait, go ahead and announce the line. Sorry.
Plus 7.5 on the Giants. Over under is 43.5. Plus 310 if you're betting on the Giants. Minus 395 if you're betting on the Eagles. You know what? I'm going to say this before I forget. I haven't been thinking about. I haven't pulled the trigger on it, but I probably will sometime soon. Getting YouTube buttons to control the camera when the camera's on you.
just to.
Because right now I have it like on spot focus, and then whenever I remember to change it, I'll go in there and change it. Just like, oh, it probably should switch camera views. But like whenever you are talking, you will press a button, so your camera becomes the main
my
camera. Like, and if you guys fight over the camera, I don't care, whatever.
Right,
but
right.
but at least that
That's
way
almost
it
funny.
takes the responsibility out of me trying to remember. Like, oh yeah, I think Ken should have the spotlight for a while.
No
Like,
me.
there's no rhyme or reason to
like
how
it
I do
funny.
it right now. I just like switch it up every now and then. So like now it's your turn, Brian. But yeah, so I definitely going Eagles on this game, although that doesn't sound like I should be saying definitely. And Frizzle believes that the Eagles can without, or I'm sorry, hold on. I don't know if Eagles can without AJ Brown out.
Oh, they definitely can. I mean, this is the Giants. Like, even
Yeah,
with
but the
AJ
Giants,
even with AJ Brown,
Giants be laying out their bodies to win
I agree.
games.
I get it. And who's at home again? It's
So,
Philly at home, right?
Did you hear about this? The Phillies at home. They also just lost to this team that
Yes.
that they probably don't
Yeah.
think should be even in a conversation
Agreed.
with them as
And that's
a football team.
and that's why I kind of
And-
going Eagles here. I feel like Eagles got embarrassed last game, and
And also, and just to cement
And they're
that
the
real
Eagles?
quick, like the Giants, that loss that they had last week, teams that were ahead by 18 plus points with 6 or less minutes to go had won 1,600 consecutive times until
1,600.
yeah, I think I've seen that stat.
1,600.
That's a real stat.
Yeah, 1,600 consecutive times until the Giants lost on Sunday after being up 19-0 with 6 minutes to go.
You know what's funny is I really felt like that was like take everything out of it. Like base neutral, that's a win for the Giants. Like they really played well that game.
They did. Like if
They
you,
did.
yeah.
Like they have to be able to
If
take away that
if
they
the starting
played well.
score of that fourth quarter had been 19-7 and not 19-0, you know,
Yeah.
or 19-6 because the Broncos and like so real quick while I got this on my mind, I kind of wanted to like spot start Will Lutz last week, and I didn't, and I was so happy because like don't ever start a kicker for Sean Payton, just don't do it because there is no telling how many times that guy's actually going to kick the ball, no matter how many points they score. Because Sean Payton will go for 2. He'll go for it on 4th down over and over and over again when the score is just like, there's like no real reason to be going for it on 4th down. You might as well just kick this field goal and take these points. And
it's almost like he hates kickers.
it is almost like he hates kickers, or he hates fantasy football.
Or
like, and that is seems like it's more likely.
Or he's just kind of like, I've won enough. Let me see. Let me see what these stats are really about, and just play the stats.
We're just gonna experiment.
Just because.
Well, he's always
I'm
been
still
that
pretty
way,
good,
though,
even if I don't play conventionally. Like,
but he's always been that way, where like he'll come out and they'll score on the opening drive, and he'll go for 2.
Yeah.
He's just been
because why not?
Right. He's just always been weird.
I'm gonna win this game anyway.
That's all I'm saying is just a like PSA. Don't start kickers for Sean Payton. It is a recipe to want to. Pull
And it
your
absolutely
hair
makes
out.
sense.
Absolutely pull
Yeah,
your hair.
I agree.
And then what was my other takeaway from that game? Oh yeah, I don't understand what is going on with the Broncos offense, because this isn't the first time where they just did nothing
Not at all.
for like 50 minutes of the game, like that Eagles game.
Well,
They were
this
down
requires more of a
17-3 going
this
into that fourth
requires
quarter.
more of a discussion, because the Denver offense was supposed to be good this year.
And they are
Like-
sometimes.
Like sometimes, yes. And Bo Nix coming into the second year, like his first year was so good. They're
people
supposed to be
blame
coming
him a lot
into this.
more than they should.
We've got R.J. Harvey and J.K. Dobbins. We've got Sutton. Like, this offense should be moving, and it's just not.
And to me, I think there's it's funny because you look at the fantasy stats and people will point at Bo Nix first, and he's had a couple of turnovers, sure, but plenty of quarterbacks like Peyton Manning didn't throw. I'm sure I've said this on this podcast, but Peyton Manning didn't throw less than 15 interceptions until like year 6.
4, right?
6.
I knew it wasn't the first 3 years.
No,
I thought
it was
year 4.
it was. He threw a lot of interceptions. So I don't
think Matthew Stafford
that
still
kind of
throws
stuff.
a lot of
And and there are a lot of reasons for interceptions that don't necessarily indicate poor quarterback play.
Yeah,
You know,
ball
like
bouncing off hands.
Could have
yeah,
been it could have been the
like-
right decision slightly late. Like all of there's so many different things. To me, their offense just doesn't seem to like have a plan. Like drive in and drive out. Like sometimes they will run the ball 2 times and then throw it. And like and it, depending on how well they ran the ball, Sean Payton likes to throw a lot of screens. They'll throw a screen, and sometimes they'll just throw all 3 downs. And you know, like if you're not successful on the first one, it gets incrementally harder to complete the pass second and third down.
And you're right. Denver has just felt strange.
Right.
Just all year long.
Yeah.
All year long, they've just felt odd. You
And-
thought they were going to be this, and they're just somewhere in the middle, and they're just,
And it's really
that's
interesting
enough
too,
to
'cause
win?
Because they have
against the opponents they
their
play.
defense is unbelievably
their
good.
defense is great. Their offense is,
Yeah,
they're just kind of getting by.
They have some studs on defense, and they have playmakers on offense, and it's a little frustrating to watch them too, because like when you watch them, RJ.
Why are we
Harvey-
who are we talking about?
Denver?
Why are we talking about Denver?
I don't know.
All right, well, let's move.
Playing?
They're in a couple, but they're not what we're talking about. So,
we?
Tampa
the
Bay.
Giants. We went from the Giants to Denver.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that. So like to bring that back real quick, and because I wanted to talk about Jackson Dart, because Jackson Dart got picked up in free.
I let that go for a while too.
You did. You should have pulled us back sooner. But so Jackson Dart just got picked up in our league this week from the waiver wire, and went for almost 30 fab, which is 20% of our starting fab. And
I did a little something on them.
I did too, and I'm wondering if I'm gonna regret it, like if I'm gonna regret not going
Well,
harder.
I'm going to go higher, yeah.
Yeah,
Honestly, that's my week in fantasy football this week. Going to other leagues, like I've got this money league. Where
it costs you $1 for every
it's
dollar you
big money,
spend,
and every dollar you spend in fab
Yeah.
is an actual dollar.
yeah.
So when you're bidding on people, like
You actually have to
it's
pay up.
important.
Yeah.
But I've got, not only do I have the pool in this league, but I have $1,000 bet against somebody in this league.
Head to
Oh
head.
yeah.
Head to
We
head
were
to-
talking about that.
Yes. So stupid me, I know I need to bid a little bit more on my fab just to make sure I
Who's your
get
starting
my
quarterback
players.
right now?
Doesn't matter. I had the chance to get Stafford this week. Stafford was put on the freaking
Someone
waiver
actually
wire.
dropped him.
Yes.
Wow.
So
I heard people like
thinking that my opponents would not be paying attention, because in this league a lot of times they're not, and they have other good options and everything else.
In this
I
high-
bid $17 on Stafford.
And he went for 18.
He went for 19, and I'm just like, no.
Yeah, you know what's funny?
And-
And so hold on. Let me explain his $17 bid. His $17 bid doesn't just beat the people who bid 15. It beats the next
people who
level
bid
guy who bid 16.
Yes. Just to make sure I'm giving that a little extra.
And it's like, and that $19 bid is like,
it's just like, why'd you do
why?
that?
Why isn't it 20? Why isn't it 21? Like, why is it
Dude,
19?
so
Why is
angry,
yeah.
so angry? Yes.
The way you just
Be-
analyzed
because-
that's
and-
hilarious.
And then Chase Brown.
Well, because
nobody's
hold on,
paying attention
hold on,
to
real
Chase
quick,
Brown.
Real quick,
Sorry.
because I'm sorry. The reason is because the next decision isn't 18. It's 21,
23, yeah.
22.
Yes. It was
He just
17 or
chest
23.
fucking- he
It was
justified you.
17 or 23. There was no.
Justified you.
Yes.
Right. Okay, so Chase
And,
Brown.
and then Chase Brown, like I
Snuck
figured,
through.
again because of this league. I was like, "There's no way anyone's paying attention to this. Like the way this is going, I can get him for $6."
Ooh.
The guy that I bet $1,000 with
Oh,
bid
brutal.
7,
And then you
bid $7. So for $2 more, I could have had this much more equity over him. It's just killing me.
That's rough.
Right now. It's killing me.
I had a-
Now, thank God I've got a 2-game lead and a large point lead on him, because otherwise I would be puking in the streets right now because I just was so cheap. Like all I had to do was spend a little more.
So
Sorry, thank you for letting me vent. I appreciate it.
No.
I that was my
Good
week.
stuff.
That was my week this week in Top Gun, because I had I was the person that bid against you on Troy Franklin,
Yeah. So I got you by $1, huh?
and I was also bidding on Jackson Dart and lost out on Jackson Dart, and then but that one wasn't like the most irritating. There was I feel like there was another one. Did I try and get Leggett? Yeah, I tried to get Xavier Leggett, and I didn't even get Xavier Leggett. Like $6 wasn't enough to get Leggett.
What do you go for?
15.
Yeah.
So right, and so like the Franklin one I lost by 7, and the Dart one I lost by 10. But I had put like bids out there, like that's like half my fab remaining for those 3 combined guys, and I didn't get anything. So I woke up in the morning and looked, and I was like,
What
I got the kicker
Yeah.
and the defense. All right, sweet.
Yep. I definitely felt like I made mistakes this week on the waiver wire as well. So next year I will do better.
I need the fantasy gods to be with me. And the thing is like the reason we're still on this Jackson Dart thing, to just close this off. The reason I didn't go harder in the paint for Jackson Dart is because I am still kind of on the fence as to what he's going to be able to do.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of it has come off of scrambling. And
All of it has come after scrambling.
right,
All of it.
whether it's passing
100%.
or him running with the ball, a lot of what they're doing has been busted plays.
100%.
It has not been, whoa, wow, this offense looks like it's just on time and
No, it's
and
just
clicking.
like, wow,
It's just
Jackson
like-
has some talent.
Jackson has the ability that Russ had 10 years ago in terms
Yes.
of escaping the
Yes.
pocket. Like Russell Wilson can't do that anymore, but Jackson Dart can. And so he's able to make some of these plays when things break down.
forgot Russell
And
Wilson
also,
was on that
he's
team.
gotten lucky too. Like that deflection touchdown to Theo Johnson last week was ridiculous.
For
just
sure,
to-
for sure.
as a
But
last
because
thing.
the way he's playing, that creates luck.
I agree.
Does that make sense?
Agreed.
I
agree.
mean,
Totally agree.
because he's running, he's getting out of the pocket, because he's doing things the defense doesn't expect. He is creating plays that normally wouldn't be there, and that's weird things happen like that. But
But I gotta say, after that trade went through, like I don't feel bad about my quarterback position anymore. I'm excited to have Jordan Love. No, like he's past his bye week. Like I'm not even gonna think about it anymore.
So, are you a little bit nervous about him this week?
Nope.
No.
No. No. After
I'm just saying that the Steelers. Now, you heard me disparage the Steelers defense. You heard me like how disappointed I am. But the one thing that they do is they can get the takeaways, they can get the interceptions, they can get the fumbles.
They didn't do it to Flacco,
and that. Well, no, because he was getting out so fast. So
right.
Jordan Love, does he get it out so fast that that's not going to happen to him, or is he going to be a little bit?
I feel
more
like they have
defense?
Like his he's going to be getting more and more weapons as this. It seems like unless they get really unlucky, it feels like they're going to continue to get healthier, and they run the football really well too. Like you have to worry about Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, no, he's the
I
focus
feel
of
like,
the offense right now.
And I feel like the defense is going to be focused on Josh Jacobs.
They should.
So this is an excellent opportunity for Jordan Love to have a lot of one-on-ones.
All right. Let's see.
Wow.
Let's see. Yes.
So next up, we got the Bucks versus the Saints.
Game
Ken's
of the
favorite
week.
team. -4.5 if you're betting on the Bucks. 46.5 is the over/under. -225 if you're betting on the Bucks, and +185 if you're betting on the
Now,
Saints.
the Saints did not play well last week.
Well,
I am
most
surprised
weeks.
this line is so close. Honestly,
The Buccaneers are very injured.
which
No
is
Bucky
the
Irving,
only reason why.
No Mike Evans.
Yeah,
He's
but
going to be
still,
out for a
I
long
feel
time.
like-
Hey, we talked about this while you were gone. Don't we have a season-long bet involving Mike Evans getting to 1,000 yards?
If so, I bet on the under.
No, I know you did.
I was like, I know I bet on the under.
Other guy who listens to the footballers, did you not hear them talk about the season long bet that they had going on with Mike Evans, and they called,
and then he gave it up.
and they called it off? And I heard that, and I was like,
Man, if only Brian was that good, but I know he's
not
not.
even if only.
Because hell no.
Yeah,
And I'm with you on that.
Not,
like,
not even if only.
I'm with you on that.
Well,
like,
because it's supposed to, it wasn't like he said, no way, man, he's going to get injured. It was going to be based on performance.
But to me, injury was baked into it because of the age.
You didn't mention injury.
but
no,
I
but
could
We
see
can go back
his
and listen
train
to it,
of
and you didn't say
thought
anything about
there.
injury.
But if you look at,
I listen. First of all, I see your train of thought. Second, in betting, you got to list the caveats, right? You got to do it. So you would have to say if he plays at least 12 games, he's going to make I would expect
Agreed.
you when betting to do that. To lay it out. If
Right.
you need to lay it out.
if he doesn't
right?
make, yeah.
Whatever that is, like, hey,
I'm not here asking for anything.
I know you're not.
No.
I know you're
We're
not
just,
because
we're just,
but because it came up, it's a great topic. Because it came up, it's a great topic, and I know
Not on me. You're
like it's definitely
just
like
messing with you, man.
I fully expect him to honor it. Like, you know what I mean?
sure.
Knowing Ken, I know he's gonna honor it. Like he's gonna just I gotta take that one. But at the same time, for people who do get in these types of arguments, I'm in the camp like laid out there, because you got to be Jack Sparrow about these things. You know what I mean?
Have you
like,
seen
there's
the-
always
so
those
have you-
things
have you
that
seen
like
the-
people try to twist.
It's funny, like right now while you're talking about that, I just watched the Jeff Bezos movie. Did you see it?
No.
No, I don't think I did. Yeah.
It's on Prime.
Okay.
So if you guys have Prime,
Go figure.
Okay.
Yeah, go figure it. And it's funny because it makes you the title of it makes you think that they're going to do more than one because it's called The Beginning.
The beginning.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it really is because the movie ends when they get their first order.
Okay.
Okay.
I know,
But-
and those movies fascinate me. With Steve Jobs, and
They
the
can
one
be
with
very-
Spotify,
yeah.
the
So
one with Spotify, the
he-
BlackBerry one. Like,
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah,
I've watched that one multiple times. The Blackberry movie. You haven't watched that one?
they fascinate me.
Really? So, the guy, the guy who plays
Founder.
the guy who plays Dennis, Founder's great. The guy who plays Dennis in Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Have you watched that show? Once I started to say it, I was like, you know what, Brian might not watch that show at all.
My brother is like a religious fan, and I like.
Oh,
watch
is
a
that the guy with the
little bit
shaved
of it.
head?
Huh? Yes.
Jeez, I didn't even make
Wearing a
that
bald
connection
cap?
until you mentioned it.
That's
Yeah.
Dennis. Yeah. From Always Sunny. He's so good. He's so good in the movie. He's a great actor.
Okay.
Glenn Howerton, I think.
Whoever it is, I know who you're talking about, and
think
I'm
that's
like,
his name. I could be like way. I think that's his name. But anyway, that movie is excellent. For anybody who hasn't seen the Blackberry movie, totally worth a watch. It's so good. But anyway, Jeff Bezos apparently. I told Roxana because I watched this thing. I was just like, I have the dog training that I'm doing, So I was just up and like, I wanted to watch something, and so I watched it without her. And I told her, I was like, whatever you thought about Jeff Bezos before, the movie makes it worse.
He's way bigger, dick.
Because he comes off as like people had things to say about like the way that the Social Network made
the Social Network
made what's his face look Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg, yeah.
And I have similar feelings about the guy who played Jeff Bezos and how he made Bezos look as a character, because he makes him seem kind of like almost inhuman in just like his mannerisms and
I would have guessed the other way.
his reactions to certain things, like because he's married in the movie, like from start to finish, to the woman that he got divorced from a couple of years ago, who's like the richest woman in the world.
No.
And yeah, all she had to do was divorce him. But there is absolutely no like positive character building in the movie where you're like, oh, I can see why people like Jeff. Because you get that in like in these other like
right, they're trying to be relatable, and they're like, nah, Jeff's an asshole.
Well, in the Steve Jobs movie, like and
that's where I was going to go with.
Yeah,
Steve Jobs is like one of the biggest assholes of all time. But even in that movie, you're
you
like,
can kind of see like, oh yeah, I could see like where I could see his perspective.
He was difficult. He was eccentric, but he did care.
If anything, I think Wozniak made that like look kind of terrible in that movie.
Agreed.
Like, quit your bitch, and who cares who gets credit?
And so, and thank you for bringing me back. So Bezos had a small team, and like he had these dramatic asks of these, and it was really just two guys that he was leaning on. They brought in like a third guy at the very end of it who seemed like, based on the way they wrote the movie, must have had some strong, like, important influences just as they were going, live. Right. Because that's when he gets interjected. But these other two guys, they were like, he found them like right away. Like he takes this seed money, which the thing that I'm sorry, I'm backtracking a little bit, going out.
I'm waiting for you to draw the correlation line here to football.
Oh, no. To what you were talking. No, your hard line about betting.
Okay.
It's that he had these. So he had these guys. He worked them like dogs, right? And they knew that the pay wasn't worth what they were doing, but they were interested and believed in his idea enough that they wanted to be a part of it. And when it appeared, so after they got an offer to be bought out by Barnes and Noble, who had originally kind of stepped on him, it was obvious that they were going to be huge. And one of the two guys came to him and was asking him about like, essentially like asking him if he was going to up their compensation. And his response was that he should have looked harder at he should have known his worth and should have been more persistent and
back at that time
and worked harder during the negotiation process. And it was like it was a huge just like,
I hate billionaires so much.
Fuck that guy. And like and here's the thing that really makes you say it is that so I'm not sure. I've never really looked too much into Jeff Bezos, but apparently he was the youngest like VP at some investment firm, and yet when he wanted to start Amazon, and they went through a couple of different names, and the first couple of names were stupid. Amazon itself is a great name, but he needed $300,000 from his parents. It was everything his parents had, like the way that the movie depicted it. It was everything his parents had, and they gambled it on this business idea that he had. But it's like that's all the money that it took to get this thing, really kind of off the ground. And like he was some hotshot executive, and like he didn't have $300,000.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like so for him to like not have the money to scrape together to do that, to be in a position where he was gambling his parents' future on it, and to not have like enough humility to be like, man, don't worry, we're gonna sit down and we'll figure that out, and like I know your worth, and I'm gonna make sure, like, because like all the original employees for Apple, they're all fucking billionaires,
Right.
But that's not true, apparently, of Amazon. Which is insane if you think about it.
No, dude, that
because
makes me think
Amazon is such a bigger deal than Apple.
gives me a little different opinion of Mr. Bezos, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was
Nice.
It was
Anyway, very Bezos like in his harshness on betting terms.
Welcome back.
Right. And just so you
Welcome
guys
back.
know, the reason why all of a sudden went, oh my God, I'm supposed to be wearing this stupid hat, is because
did have a
Quentin
bet.
Johnson was supposed to outscore Scadaboo.
Oh, you did not say that.
And Scadaboo scored a touchdown. Otherwise, I would have won. But Scadaboo, and it was a horrible touchdown too, where he was stopped.
Oh, come on!
He was stopped
Ask the chat.
at the 3
How many
yard line.
people out there are starting Scadaboo or starting Quentin Johnson over Scadaboo? Like you've got a flex spot and you get full PPR.
Well, now it sounds like a stupid question after Quentin gooses us on Thursday.
And I mean,
And after
he got
that,
lucky with the touch. He got lucky to score the touchdown the week before, if I'm not mistaken.
Anyway, it's been a long time since I've worn this hat. That's all I'm saying.
What are you talking about? You were wearing it the last time too.
No, I have not worn this one in a while. And
All right. Well, next up is the Cowboys versus the Denver
Forgive
Broncos.
Brian, he's getting old.
We talked about this game a little bit. Plus 3.5 if you're betting on the Cowboys. Over under is 50.5. Plus 150 if you're betting on the Cowboys. Minus 180 if you're betting on the Broncos. Oh, geez. What to do?
You
What
picked
to
Quentin Johnson
do?
against that.
yes.
What to
That's
do?
crazy.
Yes, and if you look at Quentin Johnson's first 5 weeks, and
We all went Tampa Bay too, right?
Anyway,
Yes.
yeah, we all went Tampa Bay, and it's weird. Like I'm taking Dallas here. Like I don't feel like I should be, but Dallas is playing better.
On offense.
Well, yes,
And
but-
also the thing is that I feel like after that Jets game, or excuse me, after the Panther game, Dak is like, you know what? No, we're just going to score every drive.
right.
That was my takeaway when they asked him if he was disappointed in the defense, and he said no.
Nah, I should have
Why-
scored more.
We didn't score. There were 2 times we had the ball, we didn't score.
Yep.
That was essentially what he said, and I was like, okay, yeah. So like, there's gonna be no holds bar. We're scoring. We're just scoring every drive, and this is the test. Because if they're able to just score on the Broncos defense, there's nobody that is going to stand in front of this offense the rest
What's
of
the
the
over under
season.
on this one?
The over under is 50.5.
That's crazy. That's a lot. And if that's
all because
and
the
if
Denver-
that's
or
true,
the Dallas
if that's
defense.
actually true, then there's no way I'm picking Denver in this game. If they hit the over, like if they hit that anywhere near that over under,
Denver is just not producing on that offensive level.
I'm just not. Well,
Dallas is. I'm going to take Dallas here. I just. It doesn't seem like the right choice. I hate Dallas. I hate picking Dallas. But
he hates us.
this seems to be the right thing to do. I'm picking Dallas.
We're not even in this division. He hates us.
Just
There's
that one Super Bowl,
Dallas,
for
yeah,
starters,
the last one.
and
The last one.
the last one that
Yeah.
we played against.
You guys won the first two. Whiner.
I was in diapers. Fuck off.
I wasn't even born.
Right.
My dad was in high school.
That doesn't count.
Hey, still, you know what? That is to me the third best catch in Super Bowl history. Still, is that Lynn Swann catch in Super Bowl 10. The bobble he
I
bounces.
remember that. Yeah. No, that was
where
a good one.
he's able to maintain his balance somehow, and yeah. Anybody who doesn't know, Super
And
Bowl 10,
Santonio
Lynn
Holmes
Swann.
is just about that, right?
No,
No.
Holmes is behind that one too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Holmes seems
So,
like a better
so
catch.
honor bound Cowboys. I'm going to go Cowboys.
And we could argue that one. Like we could talk about that. That's a good conversation for the ride home. We can talk about Super Bowl
Alright.
catches on the ride home because I do have thoughts on that.
Okay.
But I'll say this: the Steelers are involved a lot.
I'm just saying. We just mentioned two big ones.
The Steelers are involved in a lot of really good Super Bowl moments.
I am going to go Cowboys because I don't like what I'm seeing with Denver.
Y'all know who I'm picking already,
Yeah, that's
Come
why I
on
skipped
now.
you.
Man,
All right. So next up
and it
is
feels like a freebie.
oh, hold on.
oh, dude, it's weird that we're all picking
Because
your
nobody,
team.
yeah,
Like,
nobody
this
went against me.
feels
Well, I
wrong.
mean, that offense looks insane. Like, name a better offense than the Dallas Cowboys right now.
And just honestly, it's more Denver. Just something doesn't look right about them. Like they're
Their
just
defense
not,
looks fine. It's not. It's just their offense.
No, their
Yeah.
offense. That like Bo Nix. Everything about that offense is just not what it should be, and hasn't been all year. And maybe they'll get it together. Maybe they'll get it together by the end of the year. But as of right now, that is not an offense I want to bet.
Yeah,
on.
it's one of those things where it's the parts don't. The fantasy production has been there for like Dobbins and for Cortland Sutton and for Bo Nix on at least half of the occasions. Well, I mean, he's had on the 3 times where you really wanted to start, where you would have started him, you'd really like to have started him those 3 weeks. And so it's one of those things where it's like the parts don't equal the sum all the time, you know? Like they somehow get there, but like when you're watching it, it's just not the like
No, I agree.
it's not like a Sean Patriots
It's-
like Drew Brees prime
No,
offense.
it's a weird one.
It feels more like the end of Drew Brees prime where where he threw a lot of interceptions. So yeah, I would be, like I said earlier, I'd be more confident if the Cowboys had some of their missing pieces on defense.
Yeah.
Well,
Crazy that we're all still picking them.
I think if the Cowboys lose, though. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
gonna lose.
real quick,
Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me.
The
that
Cowboys
much.
have
like, this
not-
Well, yeah,
feels like a
but, like-
close game.
Yeah.
and it really does feel like a close
It
game.
should be.
and like it's a 50-50 game. And the only reason why I'm picking Dallas is
Dak
because it
versus
feels
Bo
like
Nix.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, because Dak is playing so well, and Bo Nix just seems like he's playing okay.
Because it comes down to because if it comes down to the last 5 minutes and
Oh yeah, give me Dak
Exactly.
for sure.
exactly.
Like without question. Yeah.
All right, so next
there
up
you
is Tennessee at the Indianapolis at the Colts.
This was one where you if,
Plus-
if you hadn't already picked the Colts.
Yeah.
Plus
Did
14 and
you?
a half
Yeah.
if you're betting on the Titans. Under 47 and a half plus
14 and a
900.
half?
Oh, this is
14 and a half with the over under 47 and a half.
Yeah, stupid game.
Plus
So,
900 Titans.
I'll give
There's
Minus
just
1600.
no way Tennessee wins here.
I'll say no. I agree. Like Daniel Jones has to completely pumpkin.
Right?
That's really the only way, right?
Well, it's getting close to Halloween. He might start seeing ghosts again, but but that's literally the only way. Like
the Colts offense looks
I
so
love the Colts all
good
year.
right
They've
now.
been my kind of second
they've had
team.
guys-
Like I'm all over the Colts.
They've had guys in and out of the lineup, with the exception of Daniel Jones and Jonathan Taylor,
Taylor, yeah.
obviously, and Warren, who I got. This is so funny to me. Despite a 16.8 PPR fantasy performance last week, went down to tight end 3. It's such a
Warren's
crazy
been
year.
amazing.
It's been such a crazy year for tight ends. But yeah,
It
Warren
really has.
Yeah.
Tight ends in general.
I've got, I think, 3 of them, and I don't want to let any of them go.
Dude, isn't it weird? It's like, well, all of a sudden these guys are valuable.
There's
Yeah.
a couple weeks I had to play a tight end in my flex and a tight end, obviously.
It's really funny how
It's
like,
almost correct. It's like, oh, well, the way things
I'm doing
are
it
going.
this week. I'm doing it this week.
Name a wide receiver 3 on as in a team's wide receiver 3 that you want to start every week in your fantasy lineup.
Right.
And I think
and
it's,
there's
I think,
a couple
I don't,
you can name, but other than that, it's
Who?
It's really, well, you can the Chargers,
yes, that's one. That's
like
one.
whoever their number 3 is.
Yes,
yeah.
that's one.
Yes, I want to start them.
You want to start all 3 of those receivers.
But
That's
after
the one
that,
team.
it
And then look what happened this week. It was Quentin Johnson goosed you, and if Keenan Allen
after
had,
that, I don't know.
and Keenan Allen was like 8.5 points or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we've seen teams in the past, like teams that were with Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Ben Roethlisberger, where they've had 3 receivers that you could just start, all of them. But it feels like rather than having a 3rd receiver that you can start, those teams now have a premium tight end that you can start. And it's
and more.
almost flex worthy. Like especially this week with all the buys, it is not crazy to start multiple tight ends this week.
This year more than any other.
Like
I
we
think.
talked about earlier, who's going to catch passes in Houston? It's Dalton Schultz.
Brian, did you happen to unplug your webcam?
Yeah, you gone.
We can still hear you. I'm just curious.
Can't see you.
I can't see it.
You are a football head.
That help?
Is it? Is it unplugged? Just follow that one cord because it's into an extension cord.
Yeah, I just redid this one.
Uh-oh. Bye, Brian.
I'm gone.
While he's looking at that, we're all going Colts.
Yeah.
And next up is Green Bay versus Pittsburgh. Green Bay's -3. Over-under is 45.5. -162 if you're betting on the Packers. +136 if you're betting on the Steelers.
Sunday night
It wouldn't
football.
go that far back. Those cords aren't that long. Did you lose it?
No, like I say, everything looks good.
Oh, just unplug it and plug it back in real quick.
I did.
Okay, let me check it out here.
I'm gonna do it one more time.
Man, it is really hard to pick the Pittsburgh Steelers
Got
after
you.
that performance after the performance they displayed against the Bengals in prime time.
Well, and I will say that it looks like we are a very matchup dependent team right now. Like our defense, it's all about turnovers for starters. And we really match up against certain type of schemes and others. Like if you're going to get the ball out in less than 3 seconds every play, we're going to have trouble against you. But if you've got one of those quarterbacks that takes a half second longer, you have no chance. Like that half a second for our defense makes a huge difference.
And you don't think Love's up for that extra half second?
He's hoping.
Yeah, I
Love's
don't
a weird one because Love does have so many targets because of all the receivers, because of this, because Kraft is doing well at tight end. Like Love is a tough one. I'm gonna pick the Steelers here, and honestly, I feel
Well, you
fairly
should.
confident. But
You should pick him.
well, of course I'm gonna pick them.
But
You should pick him because I'm picking the
but-
Packers.
but
for the rest of us.
there's picking confidently, and there's picking like because you have to.
Oh, and this is confidently?
And, no, this is confidently. I
Good
I
for
feel
you,
good about This
man.
one. I feel
Good.
good about
Good
this
for
one.
you.
I
I
think
know.
we're gonna win.
Yeah, me either. I'm with Ray.
All right.
So-
this is one like if you
you
guys
get
want to put 20 on it, like
You get
Yeah,
to
there's a
you get to
Bowmore
yeah,
over
wow.
there.
I,
like,
I'll do a Bowmore on this one.
Oh,
Here's-
I'm in on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we could do a 3-way Bowmore
Yeah,
on this.
I'm not a Packers fan at all. The Packers have broken my heart several times over the last decade.
Here,
So, but
Wait,
that's
this
how
is in
confident.
Pittsburgh, right?
It's in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll
But,
take the
but
Bowmore.
this is the team from Green Bay, so I don't care about like it being in Pittsburgh.
and it's Aaron Rodgers going against the Green Bay Packers.
So that was one thing I was going to bring up, right? Because it
the
is Aaron Rodgers going against Green Bay. That's
Micah
the only
Parsons gonna get
thing
him.
that gives me pause to this. But at the other side of that, I don't think the rest of the team cares that it. You know what I mean? And so it's like, so what about your grudge, Aaron? Like, you're such a pain in the ass. I'm not with you on this. Like, we're gonna go win, and we're gonna win, and we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose.
Our team this year.
So
our team loves Aaron Rodgers.
they
and
do.
Our offense.
They
is
love
gonna
him
be
Yeah,
so
I saw him
much.
at the NHL hockey
They
game.
love
Yeah,
him
yeah.
so much that they're who is the offensive lineman that almost destroyed him? Did you?
Oh,
Did
that
you
was
see-
all in jest, but yeah.
Aaron Rodgers was not happy.
No, he was pissed at the time.
He was
Like
pissed,
the,
dude.
the, one
He
of the
was
offensive
fighting
line,
mad.
one
He
of
was-
the offensive linemen gets overexcited, jumps on him, knocks Aaron Rodgers to
tackled
the
him,
ground.
dude. He
Right,
fell
yeah,
on top
I
of
did-
him.
I remember
Fell
that.
on top
Yeah,
of him.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
pissed off. He's like, "Get the fuck off me! What
Yeah,
are you doing?"
I almost sent the video to you guys because I saw it on X, and the tag on X was just a clip. It was the clip of Rodgers celebrating and then running, and then the guy just kind of pushing and then stumbling and falling on
Running
top
on
of
him,
him.
yeah.
And then you see Rodgers get up, and he's obviously pissed
Like
off.
pissed off.
And
yeah.
the tag on it was, "This video just gets funnier every time you watch it."
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I watched it like 5 or 6 times. It really does, dude. It was so funny to
Right.
see how pissed off he was.
Yeah.
Because it was like Aaron. It was
Hey, get off me!
It was like he understands his fragility,
Yeah, that's true too.
and like you really could have hurt me,
dude.
bro. Is really like why he was so pissed off, because there's no other reason to be pissed off about it other than like you felt like you really could have been hurt.
You could have snapped me in
that
half.
situation. Yes, because the dude was 330 pounds.
Yeah.
Right?
He was like he had to have been your biggest offensive lineman. So
He's up there.
so the whole thing was just hilarious. But
It was
anyway, Micah Parsons is coming off of his first career 3-sack game.
His first one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he's had a lot of 2-sack games, but he just came off
Nice.
his first. Yes. And so him and the defense are starting to get their groove together. He's in game shape now. And this Packers defense is like not really being talked about anymore because they, had a couple of bad outings.
They look like they're the best in the league, and then they shit the bed.
To me, I thought it was going to take time for them to kind of come
Adjust.
together,
Yeah.
and figure, because Micah Parsons is one of those guys that like he's so explosive. Like they talked about this when he left Dallas, that he would cause gaps in the run game,
Right.
and well, if your teammate, if you and guy next to you aren't in sync together, that kind of stuff can happen. And that's one of those things that, like, after you play with somebody for a while, you get an idea of when they're going to do something, whatever, and when to. So anyway, I felt like their defense was going to get better as the season's gone along, or was going along, and they have. They look really good to me.
It's funny because it reminds me of the George Kittle situation where Kittle comes in and he scores 0 fantasy points. He looks horrible. But yet, look what he did for Christian McCaffrey. Look what he did for the
Right.
rest of that offense.
Right.
Look what he did for that fucking team as he came in.
He's the
just
juice.
because he was there on offense. Yeah. He might not have caught anything, but he made his presence felt, But,
And you're still starting him.
oh,
That's the guy that, like, you talked about starting Quentin Johnson again next week. Like, so you get a
I think
goose
you
from,
have to, but
you
I'd
get
be
a goose
nervous
from
because
George
he
Kittle.
might be just blocking again.
So hold on, there's no, like, it's George. When Brock Purdy comes back, I expect George
Which
Kittle
isn't this week.
to right, agreed. However, George Kittle is so good that you're not going to sit him, because if they choose to make the game plan around him, and they didn't against the Falcons. The Falcons are, for people who don't know,
Good
the
team.
number 1 team against tight ends this
Right.
year. So that wasn't a very good matchup. It probably wouldn't have been a good plan for Kyle Shanahan to try and force the game through Kittle.
Exactly. Would have been a bad game plan.
We weren't expecting a 0, but to me, I was going to say a 0 from George Kittle is a lot more palatable than a 0 from like a Quentin Johnston. You'll go right back to Kittle next week, but like
And I'm going right back to Johnson next week, but yeah, I don't feel great about it right now.
But he's in but right backs to him. And
I'm going to be watching that injury report. That's for damn sure. All right, where are we in the games here?
Last one, Monday night, Washington Commanders at KC Chiefs, plus 12.5 is on the Commanders. Over under is 47.5, plus 550 if you're betting on the Commanders, and minus 800 if you're betting on the Chiefs. Yeah, you're betting on the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
I don't know about the spread.
Home of the Chiefs. Like, oh my goodness. Like, come on.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Yep. They look awesome.
Yeah, they look great.
What else?
They look great
on Monday night.
And
Mahomes is QB1 despite not having a top 20 wide receiver.
Or running back.
Or running back.
Yeah. And now he gets Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy in the same offense. Yeah. That offense is going to be different. Yeah. That offense is going to be awesome. Like, oh my God. Like, they still have no running game. Pacheco is going to be better.
Are you interested in Brashard Smith?
Who?
He's the running back that's been splitting time with Pacheco.
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, somebody maybe I'll watch just to see.
I believe he's getting more snaps than Kareem Hunt is now.
That doesn't mean a lot to me, but I mean, I guess it means something. Just somebody to like keep an eye on, but that doesn't mean anything yet.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
But good point. Keep an eye out because Pacheco has not been doing a whole lot. And if somebody starts to overtake Pacheco and actually can to
to
Mahomes
me, that's
is going to open up
if
some
that was the
some
case,
holes.
it would be Smith more than it would be Kareem Hunt.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. Kareem Hunt seems like he's done for this year. Like he's backup duty at best kind of thing. Like he's just not going to be a relevant piece.
If they were going to run a version of the tush push, he would be the guy you want holding the ball.
Tush push, I want to talk about that.
But that's about it. Like he's in the Mike Tolbert era of his life.
And he's on my roster. Anyway,
he's always on your roster. You always have Kareem Hunt. Dude.
He just ends up there. I don't know how it happens. It's not like I'm not seeking him out. I'll tell you that right now.
That's probably how it happens.
I'm not seeking him out.
You're not actively seeking out other guys.
So
you keep falling into the Kareem Hunt hold.
I honestly don't. I don't know. I don't remember. Yeah, I'll take one. I don't remember if I put money on him and got him out of the normal draft, or if I just picked him up off the waiver wire. I don't remember.
Waivers, dude. There's no or you got him for free at the draft.
Yeah, I might have went to sleep, and so the tush push. What do you make of this laying on the floor to try to prevent it?
I saw that. It was so funny. So it caused a false start. It didn't stop the play. They didn't. It caused them to shuffle around and they false started. And if you watch the replay, it's hard to tell exactly what they call the false start on. Honestly, I'm looking for more of an egregious false start than the flinch that they called on that one. And it's and while we're on that, what even is a false start anymore? Because you see guys get called for it, and then you see times where it's not called, where it looked like the offensive lineman did a lot more shuffling and moving than some of this, because they'll just stand up and turn around and look at the quarterback, and it's how is that not a false start? How is it okay to just stand up and turn around and look, but I can't go?
No, I can't. I'm not sure what the exact.
I can't shrug my shoulders forward.
Seems a little weird,
right? Doesn't it seem like it's what are they even I don't know what they're calling because
that's your shot glass.
Oh, is that yours?
He's right.
I mixed
all right, I guess I did want another one. So that's been a bit of a pet peeve of mine. Is they allow too much movement of the offensive linemen. They shouldn't be allowed to just once they get down there and they get set, you're stuck, dude. Don't stand up.
So what do you think of the play itself? Do you think it would be effective? Do you think I'm glad to see somebody trying something different.
I'm surprised more teams haven't tried more things considering how long it's been an issue.
Yeah.
But I have not seen anything yet that actually just seems to stop the play.
And honestly, last year, I looked at this play and I was just like, hey, look, the Eagles are running it. Nobody else is running it on the same level. Like, nobody can stop it. Like, good for the Eagles. Like, give it to them. Like, why are we going to make this illegal? And then this year, I'm watching it, and it's not that much different. But the Eagles are doing it on such a high level all the time where they're making the NFL ban it. They really are, because you can't be running it on that many plays. It is a boring effing play.
That's the problem.
It's a boring play, and NFL is a visual sport.
Yes.
You can't have these rugby scrums being the play of the day. You can't have this being the Eagles. Like, they can't run that 7-8 times a day. No, it's too damn boring.
It's not 1942.
Amen. So, like, I was like, last year I was like, look, nobody can, like, good for the Eagles for coming up with this play. But at this point, I'm just like, look, it is so boring. It is so bad that it bogs down the game. They have to make.
And you know what feels bad is that, like, I'm somebody who sometimes longs for the days where it's like, we're gonna run out the clock now. Like, there's 7 minutes to go. I know there's 7 minutes to go, and the score is 21-17 or 20, whatever it happens to be, you know, and you're close. But no, you're not gonna get the ball back. We are going to run the clock out, because teams don't do that anymore. Teams don't control the ball that way anymore, and it's become kind of like boring football, you know, and I think it's because they've figured out statistically that it's better to create explosive plays than it is to try and have sustained drives down the field.
It's like baseball, man. It's the home run ball that matters.
Right.
It's becoming that way.
And and that feeds into the whole, like, we're down, it's 21 like, so they did this last night. And the Vikings, it paid off for them because they got lucky and got a penalty called. But it was 21-3. There was like 5 minutes to go in the third quarter, and they had 4th and 14. It was a really odd moment if you were watching the game live, because they kicked the field goal and to make it 21-6. They go to timeout, and when they come back from timeout, the Vikings are lined up on offense.
I remember that. Yeah.
And because they had missed a flag that was thrown, and it was a 5-yard penalty on the defense. So it went from 4th and 14 to 4th and 9, and the Vikings decided to go for it. And then the Chargers commit another penalty. And this time it's a 5-yard automatic first down penalty.
I gotta admit, that whole sequence felt set up. It felt set up by the NFL
a little bit,
just to keep things close enough to, like, keep the viewing audience interested. You know what I mean?
Well, if we're gonna go down that rabbit hole, how do you feel about this KC game where they got, like, no penalties called on them?
So I do have a response for that.
All right.
And my response is that I just watched a interview of Zach Martin on. So Zach Martin, just recently retired All-Pro, perennial All-Pro guard for the Cowboys.
Okay.
And they asked him.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And they asked him about holding in the NFL. How often he's famous for having 7 career holding penalties called against him in 11 years.
Damn.
7.
Damn. That's impressive.
And so they asked him, well, how often did you get away with it? And he said, I was holding every other play. So, like, if a guy at that level is telling you that, like, he is holding it at every other play, you guys are fucking up. There were penalties that they committed and you missed it. And so that.
But
to
are
me,
we talking about messing up? Or are we talking
about
about
some of those you have to miss? No, that's a whole.
No, they call so many ticky-tack ones.
That shit could go
There's
all
so
night.
many ticky-tack calls that feel like it's out of fairness because the other team just got like a ticky-tack call against them, and they kind of had to make
Or a wrong call.
or a
against them.
wrong call, their makeup calls and stuff like that. It feels like so much of that goes on that with an admission from a player of that level, it's like there's no way that there wasn't a penalty that you should have called on that team during that game. There's no way. There's no way. Like, and they probably meant to and just forgot. You know what I mean? Because that's.
Oops, what's that flag for?
Fuck
Fuck it, pick it up.
up. Wait a minute, they don't have any penalties yet, you guys. We were supposed to call something.
Come on, we got to make this close. All right, so where are we? Are we done with our picks?
Yeah, we were done with
we
our
got all the way to
picks.
the end of it.
We got to the end of it.
And we talked
All
about
right.
we talked about the tush push.
Past 10.
Yeah, I think this
Right
is
on.
the last season for tush push.
I do too. Like
I
would
don't
be
see how you
shocked
write
if
a
not.
rule to ban that.
I don't
What
know
does it
how they're
say?
going to
No
do it,
quarterback
but
sneaks. It's
but
just
they're
a
going to do
quarterback
it.
sneak.
No, there's
Hey,
something more to it.
and on that
I don't
note,
know how.
To be honest with you, I don't like watching. I don't like all the quarterback running. I actually kind of hate it because as a defender, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed
Yeah,
to do?
because they protect him so much.
it's a more fun game
to
when
me,
they're not.
To
running.
me, it should be like there should be specific rules to protect the quarterback while they're in the pocket. And we know what the pocket is because we've been using it to define intentional grounding for forever. And then once they decide to get out of that pocket, it's on you, bro.
Yeah.
You might as well be a running back. Like if you want to be protected, stay in the pocket.
Yeah, that's just not the trend of the NFL right now.
Because it's the good money.
Well, because
It's all about
a lot
money,
of the
dude.
quarterbacks are running quarterbacks, and
That's how they've been bred to play because of how the game has
because
evolved.
the NFL is evolving.
Look at the older quarterbacks in the league. That's not Stafford's game. That's not Rodgers' game. That's not Flacco's game. And that's because they come from that era
Dude.
where it was about being a good quarterback. It wasn't about necessarily just being the guy who could dodge the most guys in the pocket and then be standing 5 seconds into the play and find the open guy.
Yeah, it's a hybrid. In
It's
the
not
NFL,
like
that's for sure.
in this version of the NFL where that's what guys do, where guys drop back and then they run all over the place. I don't like it.
Right,
I
because Justin Fields can be an amazing quarterback one week and a crap
Fantasy
turd.
wise, but I mean, not even like
No, not even that. No, I'm saying like 1 week.
Actually
he
watching,
really
yeah.
can throw for
That's true.
300 yards and 2 touchdowns
and look like an elite quarterback.
and look like and look at all the yards he ran for and everything else. And then the next week do what he did last week, and you're just like, why is he on the field? And you're just not going to get that kind of thing with a pocket passer. Whereas with a running quarterback, you just don't know what you're going to
the
get
ups and
each
downs.
week.
And there are some, and like you look at somebody like Mahomes, and everybody wants to like recreate him, and that's how you end up with somebody like Caleb Williams. And right, well, but the way that Mahomes plays, there are a lot of people who take exception to the way that he takes advantage of the rules, specifically when he's running with the football.
I kind of enjoy that, honestly.
I don't. I don't. And like, so it's funny too,
Because he's so good at taking advantage of them.
I don't
And
mind.
makes the rules look stupid. That you're just like,
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Right.
Is a philosophy that I buy into. So it's not that I get upset at Mahomes when I'm watching that happen.
Right.
It makes me irritated at the
rules,
rules,
right.
because all of so many of the defenders look like they don't want to be the guy to get the 15-yard penalty.
And I don't know, like this is college, so I don't know if you even remember, but oh God, not Pickens. Our ex-quarterback, not Pickens, but Pickett. So Pickett in college.
Kenny Smallhands.
Yes, in college. I feel like one of the plays that got him drafted as highly as he was he is running down the field. He is clearly going to get tackled by somebody. And so he fakes like he's going down. Looks like he's going down. The defender gives up on the play because he doesn't want to commit
runs right by him.
And he runs right by him and gets a touchdown. And that is one of the key plays that makes Pickett like, oh my God, he's so smart. This quarterback is so great, blah, blah, blah. And in my mind, I'm just like,
And-
he took advantage of a rule. Not like good on him for doing that.
Right.
But does that make him extra special and a great talent?
But
no.
But the way that it makes you feel is when you're watching it, and especially if you are watching your defense compete against it, stuff like that, it makes you feel like the baseball hidden ball trick.
Right.
Except for it happens on every third play. And so and I mean, so would you like to watch baseball if every fucking third play they were trying the hidden ball trick? No.
Yeah.
And this is the same way. It's not fun to watch. I don't like watching 7-yard quarterback scrambles where like the defense just kind of like touches him down after he slides. I don't enjoy it at all.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy that at all.
Yeah.
And the thing that really makes it annoying, is that
Smitty.
it's super
We see,
effective.
Smitty. Give us a second.
What's up, Smitty?
All right, so start two running backs: Scattaboo, Hall, or White.
Scattaboo and White. Brees Hall is nursing an injury, and
He hasn't been doing that great anyway.
actually, I believe
not the
I
last 2
could.
weeks.
You'd have to check me on this, but I'm pretty sure that he had less snaps last week than Isaiah Davis.
I don't think it's quite that dramatic.
It's close. They're right at, and they're both right at 50%.
Well, I'm just saying I picked up Davis in just about every league I could, so I didn't notice that trend. But I did not think it was that pronounced.
It surprised me when I saw it.
Here he is.
It was 48%. 48%
Yep,
for Davis.
48%. Wow,
And-
that is really high.
Yeah.
That is really high.
In a very competitive game.
Yeah, so Isaiah Davis is really taking that that
There's
Braylon role.
so there are a lot of rumors around Brees Hall getting traded.
Yeah.
And if Brees Hall gets traded, Isaiah Davis becomes a very valuable,
That's why I own him in a lot of leagues.
very valuable piece to
Yes.
have.
Yes, please, if you have extra room
And
on your bench,
there's no Bucky Irving.
throw him on there.
Todd Bowles loves Rashad White. Rashad White's going to get a ton of work. All the people who thought Sean Tucker might be something, nah.
No, it does not look like it.
I am starting Rashad White with confidence everywhere.
For sure.
Yeah. So those would be my two picks. I would pick Scattaboo and Rashad White,
Sounds good.
and I'd leave Brees Hall on the bench. Even
Yeah, it's rough, but right now Brees Hall's in that just mid zone where you don't know what to do with him, and that's why he's having problems. So, yeah, just I'd wait a week or two and just kind of like see what's going on with Brees.
yes, because he could be in a very different situation soon.
Yeah, because if they're trading him, they're not going to want to use him at all, and that seems like a really big possibility.
And-
When is the trade deadline? Like, I know it's coming up. Is it this week or next week?
I think it's after next week.
Okay. So trade deadline coming up in the next 2.5 weeks.
I think it's after Halloween, but before.
Yeah, like there's a really good chance Brees Hall is going to go somewhere. And it
Does
might be
Lamar
better.
play?
Yeah.
I've been keeping an eye on it.
It looks
think
like
so.
Lamar's playing this week.
I'm
if
starting him.
Lamar doesn't
Yeah.
play if Lamar
Everything-
doesn't,
And
to me,
November 4th is the trade deadline.
if Lamar doesn't, yeah, right. So after Halloween, but before
Okay.
that week. So not after this week, but after next week. And so it seems interesting that rather than just lean on Brees Hall, that they've chosen to increase the workload of Isaiah Davis. And like it really seems to be like lining up that it's gonna.
Yeah, I don't know
the
what they have
trade's
against Brees, but I really feel like
Oh,
going
he's in a
somewhere else.
contract year.
I
They have to choose. They have to choose to pay him or not, and they could lose him for nothing.
Yeah,
You know, so you might as well get something
get
for him now.
something, get a 7th round and whatever. Yeah,
They're not going to get much.
yeah. No, like not the way it's happened. Maybe,
But Brees
maybe
Hall
6
is a
months
really
ago, but
talented player.
I agree. Like he's gonna have a good career somewhere.
What if Brees Hall goes to? How bad would things get messed up if Brees Hall ended up in a Charger uniform? How ugly would that be for fantasy? Wouldn't that be disgusting?
Like why would you put that into the universe, man?
Because it could happen.
Don't.
It
do
could
that.
happen because the Chargers are one of those teams that are in the market.
No,
You know what I saw that
no.
was really interesting, and I don't even understand how this makes any sense. But I saw that Seattle is in the market for a running back, and they've been talking to the Dolphins about Achane.
Really?
Weird, right?
That That definitely seems weird.
But how much better would the Seattle offense be if you just got rid of Charbonnet and Walker and gave all that work to Achan?
I don't think
Achan
it would be any better.
You don't like that team, dude? I like that team.
I full disclosure, I've
think you're
never been a
crazy.
big Achan fan.
Oh, I love Achan.
I
Oh,
think Achan
man.
has
I
a
think you're
ton of
crazy.
talent.
Oh, I love Achan.
But,
That's crazy,
dude, he's gonna get hurt. He's never gonna last a full season.
Doesn't Achan have a 70-point game?
Sure, but just not my guy. Just not the kind of guy I draft. That's not who I want to mess with. No, thank you.
I have. It's interesting. I just didn't love the Dolphins' offense this year, so I was not trying I was not trying to get pieces in their offense. But Achan still, even with all the problems that they
Yes,
had,
he would.
No, his totals have been way better than I thought they would be.
And
he is not.
but
gotten
rushing
hurt yet.
too.
He's been great, but I still don't want him.
Smitty says that Achan would get hurt in the NFC West, and I have a tendency to.
Like honestly,
to
I can't
think NFC
figure out
West
how
is
he's
tough.
lasted as long as he has. Like
he's a tough player.
he's really talented. I think he's getting used too much. I think he's one of those guys that needs
okay. So here,
10 touches a game.
it's so interesting to me because like I feel like people have a better view of Bucky Irving, who's dealing with an injury right now.
because he's small.
And right, they're
Right.
they're similar in size. And in college, Bucky Irving was used like a player who fits that size profile. Whereas Achan did a lot of between the tackles running in college. Yeah. Some guys are just good at it. He is actually the exact same size as Work Done. If you remember Work Done, and Work Done was that
really good at what he did.
and he was small and it didn't make any sense, but he ran like a strong
Best third down back in the league. He was a fantastic.
If you look at Work Done stats, like he shared a lot of backfields, but
That's all he did.
but he has his numbers are really good. His career numbers are really good. He's somebody who belongs in the Hall
For
of Fame
sharing a
to me.
backfield,
But that's what he reminds me of, is like that kind of ability, except for he's getting the opportunity that Work Done never got to be a lead back. And I'm of the belief that Work Done, and if you look at his Work Done's career, he didn't miss games.
He was a bit of a unicorn in a lot of ways, but
He sure is. He sure is. In a lot of ways.
Yeah,
Love that guy.
I was gonna say
he's a
not
great
really
human being.
But yeah. All right, well,
We did it.
yeah,
We made it to the end.
good week, guys.
We stayed on long enough to get one more solid question too.
Yeah, one more solid question. Don't forget to
Appreciate
join
solid
our pick'em pool where every week you can go up against us and see how well you do.
You too could lose to Ray.
It's in the it's in the description, and then we're also on Spotify and all those other podcasts. So thank you for joining us, everybody. We will see you next time.
Thanks, guys. Kill it.